good of a song.
You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy.
You're not that guy.
You're not that guy, pal.
You're not that guy.
Now we're listening to it twice.
Mood. Peaceful. But not
time
for
to
long.
join and make it 3 times.
Oh boy.
Where?
Alright, we are live.
Oh, now it just says 2. Why doesn't it say 3 when I join? I hate this game.
Now it says that 2 people are listening to it at 2 different times.
Mm-hmm.
That is amazing.
And I'm not one of them.
Oh wait, no, there's 2 different songs. Okay.
Oh, wait. If I go to another song, do I... Oh. No. Okay. Never mind.
Do I have to disconnect the Spotify thing from my Discord?
It showed me for a second. Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh, it tells you who's listening. Oh, I didn't even see that. Look at it. Would you look at that?
Oh, look at that! Yeah. Wow.
Are you live yet?
Yeah, I said that.
Okay.
It's all
I
good.
didn't hear you.
No, you're fine. We've been live for a minute.
We've been dead for a while.
The campaign's over.
Oh no! Imagine.
You were dead to begin with.
Ah!
Who are we? No one will tell us.
Put the pieces together, man.
They're all empty pieces. I just have a bunch of empty cups.
Oh boy.
No liquid.
Did it. And I'm hosting you.
Oh, sick.
And I'm toasting you.
Oh.
If you would like to listen along to my D&D music, feel free.
D&D, D&D, D&D,
I could,
D&D,
except for
D&D,
Liz's hogging
D&D,
Spotify.
D&D, D&D.
Hey, it's my time for the
D&D,
Spotify. Get out.
D&D, 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 D&D.
Sound good?
Yeah.
It's a great song. I love it.
Is it? Hey there,
Josh's D&D
boyos.
music is
I thought you were
really
doing the end ring of the NFL there.
Game of
D&D,
Thrones.
D&D.
Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones.
D&D.
That's the Game of Thrones theme song. You just say Game of Thrones over and over and it works. No, okay, whatever.
D&D.
Okay.
D&D.
Hi! How you guys doing?
D&D.
Hey.
It's been way too long.
It's been a week. I just spent 2 days with Josh IRL.
This is true. We did. It was a fun time.
I don't think I've ever disliked myself more.
Fair.
Hi, I'm Trevor. I roll dice, I move mice. That's my introduction for myself. Go ahead and introduce yourselves. And while you're introducing yourself, tell me your fun fact about your character. That's right, I didn't forget. You forgot. Who am I pointing at? Joey?
What's the name of
Your character? I don't know.
Never mind. We're good.
My name is Joe. I'm playing Riverforge Wood, human druid. And I thought, So when working with the blacksmith growing up, I always kind of imagined myself using the swords extremely well, but never quite got up the courage to ask Forgeman, whose name I know, to like actually borrow it and practice with it.
His name is literally Forge.
It is Forge.
Forge.
That's why I called him. Yep.
Yep. Whose name I
We
know.
knew
Whose
that
I do not
name.
know. That's his full title. And so thus I am not proficient with swords. Other than one time, a dude came in from out of town, and like when I was, I don't know, maybe like tweens or something like that. And as he was hashing out business with Forge, he let me like play around with his scimitar. And then we also did work on the scimitar itself to kind of like lighten it and improve some of the things there. And so with that, I got a solid like week or two where I got to play around with it, which explains why for some reason I'm proficient with scimitars, but no other
Oh my gosh.
like weapony weapons.
That's great.
I mean, like, yeah, I've got like sling, spear, sickle, mace, javelin, dagger, and a scimitar.
Scimitar. Wow.
I'm pretty sure. I should probably double check my build. But
I feel it feels really confusing to me
yeah, it does.
that you're proficient with one specific kind of sword
Yes.
and not swords in general.
Yes. That is a solid point, and I will do more.
Now that Matt left, he can go next.
Good.
Okay.
Oh god, you sound like a fishbowl. Somebody else go. Don't let Matt go. Somebody else start talking.
Can you get off of my case?
No.
That sounds bad. Hi, my name
Hey.
is Jordan. My name is Jordan, and I play the Triton, the open sea paladin, named Spike. A fun fact about Spike is he has a town that he has yet to pay a single bill on. Every single place that he went to, he just sort of walked out. If anyone sort of addressed him, he was just able to flex his own name, and he just got the free pass out.
Oh.
Yeah, anytime he goes back there, it's just sort of been the same thing over and over again. Obviously, he'd never do it in front of the guards, but I don't think anyone really had the guts enough to talk to the guards in regards to it. So
In
Kind
regards.
he just got, huh?
In regards.
In regards.
Get it? Regards.
Regards.
Regard.
No regrets.
No
Only regards.
regurgitations.
Yeah.
Are you just eating a straight tomato?
No, it's round.
I hate you so much.
Stupid.
That's just as dumb as Trevor's flat Earth creation theory.
That was so quick too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a flat Earth creationist.
Oh my god.
God created the Earth flat and then over 7 days pumped it up, made a nice globe.
That's glorious.
Oh, it's so good. No, you forgot about the monkey that you said pumped it up.
Oh yeah, it's a monkey that pumped it up, and then God shrunk the monkey and put him on the globe. That's how evolution happened.
Well, I'd say he pumped it up too much and it exploded, and that's how the Big Bang comes in.
Oh, that's a bad.
They blew up one Earth to make
One
another.
Earth. Yeah.
That's how it made another Earth by accident, because it was
Exactly.
in the explosion.
Wait, no, that's currently happening. It's currently gonna blow up. 'Cause
Out
then
of
the new heavens and new earth thing.
explosion-
Yep, because
It's just
a
a
day,
cycle.
a day is like 1,000 years, right?
Yeah.
So it has to be 7,000 years,
Is it,
and
better
we're
with
at
one day?
6,999
elsewhere?
years.
Yeah.
So since the song says it's like better is one day in its course than 1,000 elsewhere, that's where I get my theology that 1,000 days is one day in the Bible.
Yeah, I get my theology from the Psalms too. It makes sense. They're
Noise.
My core
definitely
belief
not
is now that-
hyperbole.
Because of Jesus Christ, we about to blow up.
It's the most Pentecostal crap I've ever heard.
Yo, Jesus Christ
Yeah.
about to blow up this plane!
Oh my god,
Can you
stop.
please never say that
Yo, Jesus
again?
about to blow up everybody in this airport! You guys better...
Can you stop shouting that?
We are live on Twitch.
Yeah, Josh is gonna get shut down.
I'm gonna get banned.
spiritually blown up. I mean, what?
I'm gonna.
It's okay. The Christians are
I'm just
gonna go
mute
up to
Josh.
heaven,
Oh my god.
but those who aren't saved are gonna go
Wow.
down.
Down in the
Yeah.
earlier round.
Also to heaven. Surprise! I'm a universalist now.
Yeah, surprise.
I'm
other
a
heavens.
universalist.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh boy. Well,
Woo.
I can't believe.
Yeah, like
this
they go to
happened.
new heaven, but there's also still old heaven around. So you can just go in there because no one's even there anymore.
Yeah, it's
It's
abandoned.
like an abandoned shopping mall.
Yep.
Good to hang
It's
out
the
forever.
old
Full of
heaven.
people. There are so many people sleeping in old heaven right now.
It's an angel's retirement home?
Somebody talk about something else.
No, this is questionable things now.
This
Want to play questionable
Old Heaven is like
things.
old money in Rhode Island.
Wow.
Why don't we transition out of the religious topic
so-
to cleric?
Okay.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Oh,
there you
we
go.
have a cleric.
Yeah.
We do.
Segue. Look at that.
Segue! My name's Josh. I'm one of them, and I play Matthias Agnes, the peace cleric, peace domain cleric. And a fun fact about Matthias is that 1, his name is pronounced Matthias, and 2, some days he wakes up and he has to take a minute to remember where he's at. He has temporary short-term memory when he wakes up.
Huh. Like, how long of a short-term memory is this?
It's about
How
a good
short of a term are we talking?
it's pretty often where he'll wake up and he'll be like, "How did I get to bed? How did I get home? Actually, where am
Oh.
I right now?
Are you sure?
I know where I am. Okay, cool.
Are you sure you're not a blackout drinker?
A what?
Are you just a blackout drinker? Do you just get so drunk you don't remember what happened?
No, I actually don't drink that much.
Okay. You keep telling
That
yourself
much.
that. How? Wait. How would you even know?
This is true.
Because he remembers.
Move on. Go on. Go to the next character right now.
Quickly, someone else.
All right. Hi, I am another Josh. I play.
We haven't missed a beat in the week we didn't play. We're doing good right now.
I
This
know.
is good podcasting. Are we podcasting?
I can.
Not at all.
I am playing Ulamok the Beast Stalker, the Orc Ranger. Fun fact about Ulamok. I actually didn't think of one of these, so give me a second.
Fun fact about Ulbach, when he says beat stalker, he means rabbits. I didn't think about this till right now. Your name is the Beast Stalker, and you're like a small game hunter.
I hunt like deer and elk and stuff.
Those are your beasts, dude.
I'm
That
working.
should be
Okay,
bolder
fine,
than Beast Hunter.
Fine,
He killed
fine.
a rat.
fine. So, my title is a work in progress. I am currently looking for the biggest hunt I can.
Your name is Ulbach, a work in progress. That's really meta. That's so meta.
Oh god.
You know, we're currently on like the biggest hunt anyone will ever go on.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, no one's gonna hunt anything bigger than you,
Oof.
except for me,
Ooh, Jordan got the
because
Cheez-Its.
my hunt is you.
Ooh, cheesy grooves.
Cheesy grooves.
I'm on the hunt. Okay, cool.
I know.
Who's left?
What
Matt?
is
Did Josh like just bump some coke before we started playing tonight? Like,
Oh boy.
wait, he's in a different room. Did he move?
No, the door's open. That's the only difference.
Really?
Yeah.
No. That's a totally different room. That's not the same room.
I don't think he moved.
I don't remember that map behind him.
So he got a curtain finally, and that has made his room a lot darker. It makes all the difference.
Makes sense.
Oh.
Yes.
Does he sleep in that room?
So real quick, what
it's
was
his office.
Ulamok's fun fact?
He's on an adventure with his brothers.
My fun fact is, because I have yet to live up to the name Beast
I don't
Stalker,
like this.
I am currently looking for.
This isn't a fun fact.
What
There
do
it
you
is.
want me to do? You want me to come up with another one?
We're
Is that what you're
looking
saying?
for what? I'm trying to write something down. Just tell me what the fun fact is, so I can finish my tomatoes and say mine.
Not again. Stop it. I'm gonna kick Jordan from the call.
Please do.
No.
Fun fact about Ulamok. I don't know.
I mean, that's fine. It's that you haven't
Um,
actually killed anything other than common creatures.
Sure. If you want something else, when I get an idea, I am single-minded in its execution, even if it's a terrible idea.
That's just a
sounded
trait that you
scripted.
choose
That sounds scripted.
in the traits for.
Scripted.
Shh.
Go off script, dude. Come on. Be
Wait, we did.
spontaneous.
Are we not following the script, guys?
I wrote that.
I'm sorry. Line 2, page 3. We're still on script.
Oh,
Keep going.
my bad.
Well, no, since we went off script, we have to go to the off script, and now we're getting back.
It's part of
Oh,
the
God, I have to go
off
check-
script is part of this.
I have to go check my email now, I guess. I missed
You
something.
haven't memorized your lines for
All
today's
right,
stream,
pause,
Josh?
Pause the stream. Pause the stream. Mute it.
God.
Anyway,
Pause stream.
my name
No.
is Matt. I play Barshoon, the bard who is a tiefling, and Barshoon in his feng shui is a bit of a pterodomaniac, which really makes decoration interesting for him.
You're gonna have to.
He has a
give me
leaning
definition of that word.
towards decorating with various kinds and strains and particular patterned leaves of fern plants. Now he hasn't really lived anywhere for a while, so that hasn't really been able to come out in the same kind of way. But like when he was chilling in one spot, like at the school, in his dorm, it was like ferns on the wall, pressed ferns up against things, fern leaves inside of books, and a couple potted ferns.
Nice.
And that is absolutely his feng shui is leans toward pterodomania.
Aerodemania.
Blah, blah, blah.
Did you like literally make? Did you totally make that word up? I've
No, I
never
did
heard
not.
that. I've never heard that word.
Edomania.
I need you to tell me whether or not
Pterodactyl
you knew that off the top
mania.
of your head.
Yeah, it's fear of pterodactyls.
Yep.
You-
I'm
No,
afraid
Did
of
you
pterodactyls.
know that word off the top of your head, or did you Google that?
I feel like
I feel like you knew it.
Well, I didn't.
I feel like
I
if
googled it
any
in a
of
sense,
us-
but I also didn't Google it in a sense.
He googled it in his mind. In
I
his
feel like-
mind.
I feel
I
like if
typed in
any of
random
us
fun
saw a
fact generator.
pterodactyl,
Oh, you did a random fun fact. Okay.
Yeah, and it doesn't actually give you
Yeah,
like
I ju-
one's
I
good
just-
for your
I just-
character,
I
but
just
then it said
needed-
something about pterodomania, and I was like, oh,
Yeah, I just
That's a
wanted to
reasonable
know
thing.
if that was a part of your normal vocabulary, because I would
Um,
feel very intimidated if that was part of your normal vocabulary.
yes.
he says that on the daily. He texts me and he's like, "You want to get lunch?" And I'm like, "No, I have pterodomania." I say it on the daily. I switched it on you.
Heard it. I've heard him scream it into the mic at church, just like
Yep.
on the
Yeah.
piano. Pterodomaniac!
And we're like, "We're playing Oceans," and I'm like, "We're playing
Yeah.
Oceans. This isn't my
And then-
church."
And then Trevor's like, I need to find some ferns. I have pterodomania.
Yeah.
And then he leaves.
Call me out on the Pterodomania.
All right.
That's it.
That's great.
That's all it
Man,
is.
I hope this is
Oh.
the content you guys wanted to see.
I hope
No,
this is
no,
that
we're
was the
gonna-
best half hour of my life. I guess
20 minutes. It's been
Half
18
hour
minutes.
of my
I
life.
have a supplemental fun fact.
For Josh, because he's an idiot.
Well,
Why
Because
is he
he's-
like this?
Wow.
Because I
all
could
of
have
the-
spent so much time with him.
We did just spend 2 days together, so I mean, it's fair.
Okay, Joey.
do you know where my scimitar proficiency comes from?
That guy who walked into town and went swing, swing, swing.
Well, yes, that's true. But in a game mechanic wise, from being a base druid,
Yep.
it's just a thing. And it's not like historically based, it's not lore based. It's literally,
It's
like,
the only bladed weapon that they have proficiency with.
yeah, it's
your
just
base.
like, there's a whole bunch of like weird D&D history to it, but it's only because of like weird D&D stuff of like differentiating it from the cleric and like tapping into ideas of like the moon and like tribalism versus like the civil. It's a whole thing. But
That makes sense. That is why Diana wields a scimitar. Fun fact.
is she's a druid?
No, because of the moon.
Yeah.
Because of the crescent shape. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Lunari are kind of like druids.
Yeah, I can see that.
'Cause- especially if you play like Legends of Runeterra, because they can conjure, they can shapeshift.
Okay.
Yeah, they're very interesting. But
I need-
Diana's weapon is a scimitar because of the moon.
I need an official rule book for a Runeterra expansion, please. Thank you.
I would play that. You
Okay.
know, I'm just saying. Legends of Runeterra, the card game, came out, and it gave me so much hope for an eventual like tabletop, like Warhammer 40K version
Mm.
of League of Legends, because I play the heck out of that.
The lore for League of Legends is super tight. Not
Yeah, and Runeterra has some great lore in it, like some really really good lore in it. It's really fun. It's great.
Oh. So that whole Runeterra thing happened already. That's right. They released a 5e supplement where you
Did they really?
campaign. Yeah, a
I know.
little
I know they. I
mini
know
thing
they
you can
released
do
Oh,
like
as well.
two
no, I want-
classes.
No,
I
I
want
want like
more.
a full. I want a full rule book.
Yeah, come on. I want subclasses for every class. I want a full adventure,
Yep.
right?
Honestly,
I don't need this dip in the water type stuff. Okay.
so you want
Dip me
Runeterra
in
to
the
get the same
water.
treatment as Magic the Gathering with D&D? They just want a full
Don't.
submersion with a world and everything.
Yeah, I want that, but I want to make
Send
it
me
good.
away on the words of
Wow.
a love song.
Facts.
Terradomania.
What what happened last week, boys?
Nothing.
I got you. I got you. I got it.
Everything.
I got it.
Nothing happened last week.
Honestly.
So much happened.
Honestly.
2 weeks
So
ago.
It was 2 weeks ago.
we are in the house. I gotta turn down my music. Hold on. It's too distracting. It's too epic.
In the
Okay.
house like Corey.
So we're in we're in the house. Like Corey. So we okay, no. Yeah. I remember now. Okay. So we each kind of had our own spiritual moments in essence. So I'm gonna start with the left corner of my screen. Pike / Dick Johnson. He
Want me to clear it up?
just give me like the first thought.
So I went to go to sleep and I fell into water rather than land.
Oh, that's right.
And
Yes.
after being fully submerged, my god said, someone else tried to take you.
Yeah. So he
Has
fell into
claimed
water,
you.
like the basically
Literally,
like
So
the,
much to your guys' backstory happened last week. I don't think anybody caught any of it. And it kind of makes me happy. Like, so much happened. I don't think anybody
No,
catched it.
the entity of like the ocean showed up in Pike's dream and basically said, "Hey, you've got basically like a ounce of corruption in you, like someone's tried to seep their way in, and the ocean kind of wants to stop that."
I have a mark.
Yes, he has a mark,
Yeah,
and
he
he's
has a
and
mark,
the
and it's
ocean's
like
upset.
someone else has claimed
Yes,
Spike
and he's
as
upset. The
their,
ocean's upset.
not
yeah,
quite their
because-
paladin, but their
Yeah.
something.
Okay. so
Whereas
let's-
the ocean was supposed to have him.
yes.
Assumedly up until now, when something apparently more powerful than the ocean has some kind of claim on
Who
Spike,
knows
that
what it
Spike can
is?
be sort of their paladin.
Oh, but my god! My god!
But my God. Okay.
My god! It pulled me.
River. Yes, River saw whatever his name is
Yep.
that he knows in some way.
Marky Mark.
Mighty Mark. Did you say Mighty Mark?
Mighty Mark.
Marky Mark. But
Yep,
Thomas.
that's what his name is.
Thomas.
His name, Thomas. Okay, so he sees Thomas, which is this like large warrior in armor, and he's over a cliffside after he chases this ghost that he saw in the woods late at night. More of a vision that we realize later, but he goes to the cliff. He sees this figure of Thomas that's kind of incorporeal, and then they have a discussion about the sword that he's carrying, and then and about him and his purpose, and then he looks out off of the cliffside and sees the entire battle taking place that would then produce the scorched grounds, burning grounds, and
I believe it's the scorched grounds and the burning woods or
Lands?
something like that.
the burning woods.
Yeah.
So and so then Thomas leaps down and starts going into the heat of battle in this vision slash reenactment, and then goes toe to toe with the lord that I cannot pronounce his name that we met coming out of the box. And in the midst of their power struggle, there is an explosion that ends up making the sword into the fragments of what it is and creating the burning grounds or the burning woods. And then his vision ends.
Katash.
Josh,
Yes,
sorry?
Katash. Is that how you pronounce it?
I'm looking for it right now.
The gatekeeper.
Yeah,
Katash.
Katash, the gatekeeper.
Katash?
He's the one who was in the
Kadash
box.
the gatekeeper. Yes. So that is the demon that Thomas was fighting with Dawnbringer. Ulamok, is that right?
Yep.
Got it. I keep switching letters. So Ulamok, his vision was
Kalamu.
also in the woods.
Kalamu.
Oh,
Kalama.
I hate you all.
His vision was also in the woods.
Kalama.
And we kind of get a glimpse at how much he kind of is grieving over Tyler. And while he is experiencing this with an embodiment of Tyler, this entity kind of presents itself to him in a camouflaged form and gives him an offer of bringing Tyler back in hopes that there would be some deal being made, and Ulamok kind of agrees, and the entity says, okay, I'll see you later, and we probably assume that he'll be back very soon to make
And
that
there's
deal
also there's also a bear going after him. It has a major grudge.
Oh,
for
gosh.
Ulamok.
There also is a bear that will
they-
show up one day.
They had a fight once in a long
They had
time
a
ago,
fight,
and
and he
they
went like this.
and they sort of just like he exchanged paws, and he was
Oh,
just
boy.
like, "Wah-bah," just
just like that.
just like that.
And then
Watch out for the bear.
Beware the
freaking
bear.
I speak for the
Barshoon. And then Barshoon didn't really have a dream so much as he had an experience while he was awake. He went down to the dining room where the heresy lamp basically was sitting on the table that
It's in the parlor.
contained the, what did you say?
I was in the parlor.
The parlor.
Well, you were in the parlor,
What's
but
the
then you
parlor?
woke up.
Oh, is that like a, okay, I understand.
Like a
Okay.
foyer.
Yeah.
Foyer.
So he goes
Fire.
to
Fryer.
the area where the lamp is sitting that's now containing the silver flame, and he is just peacefully playing his instrument, and he hears a song that he's playing along with in the flame, and then he hears a distinct voice within the flame, and then they start having a conversation, and it started good, and then it went on a twist of enticement, and before he knew it, the room was growing darker with shadow, and the voice had to leave because the darkness was noticing them talking.
Yeah, poor Emmett. My boy Emmett.
So to correct slightly, he spoke to Emmett.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then Emmett's words started to change,
Yeah.
and then the song played again, and Emmett spoke to him again. So something came in the middle of there and kind of drowned Emmett out and impersonated his voice.
Okay. Yeah.
Because
okay.
that
makes more sense.
melody
Thank you.
started playing, and Emmett was like, "We can't talk to each other," and like receded back into the flame so that the shadow couldn't talk to Matt
Okay.
anymore.
Okay, that makes sense. And then that happened. Barshoon and River met on the porch after their both respective spiritual moments or encounters. And then, lastly, I guess, is Matthias, who, sitting outside in the sunrise of the next morning, sees a divine image of Orin, who being kind of this kind of shortly revealed father figure gives him one question to be answered. And I totally forgot what question I asked him.
What
But
breakfast?
you didn't
What-
even get
what
an answer
breakfast?
out. You didn't
You
even get it
asked
out in
what-
time.
You asked what breakfast?
Huh?
Don't know.
You were
No,
so,
what-
so
What
You
I remember
literally-
was you
Yeah.
said to yourself a question, and you said, "I can't ask you that yet." And then you spoke back and forth for a few moments, and you never asked him an actual question. He didn't answer anything for you. And he faded off and said, "I'll be back when you level up again." And faded off into the distance.
I think I
Yep.
asked him. Did I not ask him a question?
no, you didn't
I
even
think I-
get to it.
I think I asked him
Honestly,
a question.
I
If
think
you did, it was something very simple.
Mhm.
Because I would have written
Like-
it down if it was something heavy.
like
Yeah.
For
what's your
example,
deepest,
what
darkest
breakfast?
secret about
Yeah,
yourself?
what breakfast?
Who was your biggest crush in high school?
Yeah.
But yeah,
What street
How
did you
many-
live on growing
How
up?
many blueberries can you eat?
Wait
in
a
one
sec. Are you
sitting?
trying to steal his identity?
What's your social security number?
What's
And
your
then,
mom's maiden name?
now having all of our revelations and visions and experiences, the next morning is here, and we're trying to plan our most certain move after what's his name librarian dude has kind of shown us. Hey, here's where these people are roughly,
Eller.
and what Teller has shown us where these 5, I guess lesser demons are,
Lord
Yeah.
Trash.
and an idea of what they might have under their disposal, and we have a time frame of whether these will get powerful or not, and where should we go first.
Mhm.
Did
I
that
got a necklace and
awesome.
some bullets
I'm
too.
such a good big brain. I
You
think I-
did.
the last time I did that.
You got a conch shell.
Mm-hmm. I can hear the ocean,
That's right, you did.
and you got a little bit of the ocean in your ear.
That's
Got
right.
him.
And we have the map with Belshazzar, Malithar, Velgatesh,
that.
Fiel Kartesh, the Wild Heart,
Mhm.
and not knowing where to Katashk is.
The gatekeeper is unknown. Dorostanu is unknown. You only know well. It says Belshar, but we talked about how that could be debated. Teller said, because he's either still trapped in Flamekeep or he's trapped within the lantern.
Yep.
Because he's the shadow.
Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah.
So, but where that's circled, that's Flamekeep, where it says his name. So,
Hey, just as a curiosity in the world, Trevor,
Mhm.
how's Alabaster doing?
Oh my god! Alabaster.
like the door,
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
he's
door.
very confused.
Okay.
I feel
I
like
just want like a
I feel like
cut
you
to
want
him.
a quick cutaway to Alabaster.
I would
is
love that.
there's about a dozen members of the Claws of Kyber, those shape-shifting guys, trying to walk up to Alabaster and get through the door. And every time they do, he asks for a fun fact about them. And they go, and he goes, nope, and he won't let any of them into the room. So he's defending the sacred library, but only because he's an idiot.
Guys, we gotta figure out a fun fact.
they keep taking the shape of like Orin and the others, and every
Teller
time
or
Teller or and even like Keeper JL, they keep taking shape of the different members of the Silver Flame and walking up to the door, and he asks them for like fun facts about themselves that only he would know, and they never have an answer. None of them know there's an actual key to get through the door. So, he's also
Wonderful.
very openly rejected Rel's key. He shifted the lock within himself, so Rel can't open the door anymore. Because he can do that. Because he's sentient.
What a great door. I've never loved a door more.
Alabaster.
Door more.
You could say
We're gonna.
you adore
You guys
him.
shouldn't.
I
you
do.
guys-
should go on a rescue mission to save Alabaster.
Oh, yes.
You take
break
him
him
off
out.
the hinges and bring him back to your house.
Yes.
Now, 'cause
Oh,
it's-
can
it's
we
like-
please?
There is no double doorway in your house, so you have to hang the left side in one room and the right side in the other. And he's just like
Oh my
really
gosh.
upset about it. Oh man. Okay. So you have a bunch of information. You know where the four lords of Ash are. You have an idea of where Dawnbringer is. Marwyn has offered to take you to
That
Olaf.
Olaf's over in Obara,
Old
near
people.
where
Yeah.
Malgotesh has been circled.
The
there
Undying
is yeah,
Where is
there is
that,
a specific
uh,
name where
middle
he
one?
lives. Shay Muradai. He's offered to take you to Shay Muradai, if you so wish, to talk to the Undying Court. Closest to you, obviously, would be Josh's lead on Dawnbringer.
Who is Simba Jackson?
He's a friend from what's it called? From that thing.
The army.
Twitch. There we go.
Could
Simba, I'm gonna
Josh
kick
stream
you
that
out
we
for
stream
playing
on?
D&D. I forgot to lock the room. Have a good one, buddy. Bye. Yeah, I forgot to lock the room.
Every
My
week.
bad. Yeah, someone always comes in here.
I like it now.
Yeah,
Sorry.
he's a viewer. We used to League of Legends together. I think he
Nice.
streams now. I'm pretty sure he's pretty good too. He's probably better than I am. I'm pretty bad. So yeah, you have all these locations. Closest to you being Josh's lead on Dawnbreaker. Closest Lord of Ash is the Malthar?
Althar in the Mornland.
Yeah, in the Mornlands, which is not far from you at all.
Is
So
it Dawnbringer or Dawnbreaker or
Dawnbringer.
Dawnbringer, sorry.
We learned about we talked to someone. We learned about the demons and their abilities,
Yes.
and we settled
Teller.
we settled on the demon that had the ability with time.
Mhm,
That was
Malthar.
where we were gonna go next.
He's in the Mornlands.
good.
He's the closest to you.
Did I just
Yeah.
completely blank on the
You
entire-
just said the same thing I just said.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I
Plus
was
question? Really quick question. Do we
No.
want to go to Olaf and try to see a lead on the sword before we go to Malathar?
I mean, it's kind of on the way-ish.
So I think we were
Very
going
much so.
to go to
I mean, it's right nearby Olaf.
Yeah, it's not
Olaf
far. So
and also check out the Burning Grounds one more time, specifically with a paladin who has tracking power ability.
Yes.
Coolness.
Yeah.
okay, so Olaf, Burning Grounds, Mornlands.
I'm going
Think so.
to set my spells up.
Yeah, because
this
I
is
have
in the morning.
located.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we mentioned Mornlands because we have the connection through Captain Price, correct? Is that what that was? Like,
Yes, Price did give.
Yeah, that's true.
give us
Barshoon.
the amulet.
Yeah. Well, he gave him a piece of himself. He technically
Yeah, he gave me
ripped a
his
piece off of his body.
price tag.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
He did. He did.
Gave
'Cause-
me his ransom.
yeah, maximum
tag.
price. Because it was a fulfillment of his oath he made to you in front of the flame, where he said, "Until the flame snuffs out, like I will seek to avenge you and your fallen family," which he couldn't specifically do himself, so he gave you everything he had to help accomplish it.
Sick. All right, so to Olaf.
Yeah. Is there any type of ability that you would request Matthias to prepare before we leave in the morning?
Done. Matthias prepares Glock.
Could you imagine? That'd be great.
I cast Glock.
The Peace Cleric.
Alec and blam!
If not, that's okay.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, not particularly.
I've put together my list.
So you leave the house, leaving Teller, Marwyn, and Jael behind. As you make your way down the path leading out from the front door, you take a glance back and realize you can no longer see the house but only trees where it should be. As Marwin said, he hid it from outside eyes. Luckily enough, you've lived there your entire lives, so you know how to get back to it. You make your way down onto the main path, and instead of taking the fork that would lead into your town, you take the fork that leads back to Olaf. Olaf is only a few hours journey. You can do it probably within 2, walking there and walking back. The
Is
trees
this-
that go ahead.
Is this near the river at all?
There's a stream like a river that flows through the forest. So
Okay.
Are you going
I was
to
curious if we were
lay
working
in it the whole time. Or...
Well, no, I was gonna say if we were going towards the river that I came in on, if we could take my ship and jet our way.
Your ship is in Olaf.
It's in Olaf. Okay.
Yes, that is where the only dock on essentially this upper part of Thrain is.
Yeah.
So the trees that accompany the path that you're walking on are old and familiar. You've all walked this this worn road many times, whether it be with your mother or together, or in Matthias, Matthias,
Had it right the first
Matthias,
time. Yeah.
Matthias. In Matthias's case, back and forth on his clerical journeys. And the forest just seems to kind of breathe around you. It's a much more calm experience than you've had over the past few days. You watch as the wind cycles through the trees. You can hear animals gently stirring through the growth. You can see squirrels scurrying from bushes to brushes to tangles to branches. And as you're taking all of this in, memories of Mother Agnes taking a trip to Olaf with you flood into your mind. And the only reason you guys ever go to Olaf with her was to get fresh fish. Hey, you guys are 13. Welcome to the fish market.
Thick. Fish pies. Fish festival.
Walking through the street of Olaf, you hear a voice from behind all of you as you excitedly try to branch out and get into... Yeah, the fish festival. Thanks, Matt. As you try to branch out and get into the market, is the voice of your mother. Be good. Try not to get yelled at again. And please, for the love of God, leave the orcs alone. You know they don't like when you talk to them or bother them.
We have one. It's okay.
That is what I'm talking about. Please don't do that. Don't ask them about their tattoos. Don't ask them about any of that. Just leave them alone. There's no reason to talk to them. Why don't you go to the the one with the long name, the candy shop? That's here. And she reaches into her pocket and she pulls out 5 silver. And she goes, 1 for each of you. You've been good recently.
Nice.
My only requirement is each of you bring me home a piece of fish.
Okay.
Mother, of course I wouldn't go towards the orcs. I promise I won't be going that way.
What about singing to the orcs?
Arshun, we've had this conversation a few times. Singing towards people is the same as interacting with them. And
Yes.
don't do that. Don't be weird, but don't be weird around them.
But they're weird.
They're weirder. No offense, Ulawak, my child.
I just kind of look up
Alright,
and
let's
down
More
and be
weird
like,
than them.
I
Okay,
just shrug.
Okay, bye.
Okay, find something good. Get some dinner for us. I'm gonna go look at fish.
As the last lead, I'll be like, Mom, you know Pike is gonna just talk to them, right?
Immediately. He's going to do it immediately.
Okay.
And
I
you
just wanted to make sure you know.
Please
you know?
just make sure he doesn't get hurt.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I can do that. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay. I got
Now,
it. Okay,
go
okay,
have
bye.
fun and don't worry about
You good?
everybody.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right.
You all take off into the fish market. There are 5 specific areas here. that we'll name that you would all know as points of interest. I'm sorry, 4 specific areas, points of interest. There are the fish stands, which is this little market of tables where these rough and tough looking fishermen bring anything from your average sized fish to things that have to get hoisted off by cranes up onto the docks for selling and trading. The second is the sushi stand, which is a little bit off the way. It's run by 2 Fishkin brothers, and they make the sweetest raw fish rolls, like this side of the rain. The third is the candy shop, as you all call it. It's Mr. Humford McGimpkins, the shop of wonderful, wild, and wacky wonders. So that's a fun place to go. And the last spot of interest to you guys would be the Orc Druids. It's this group that sits on a lone pier, dressed in very shamanistic, ritualistic clothing, kind of ominously just waiting. So as you run into the market, you see ice splashing off of counters onto the ground, and fish getting flopped onto tables and smacked, and people shouting from one table to another. It's loud, it's messy, it's busy. There are grumpy, grizzled fishermen everywhere. There are fish of all kinds, shapes, sizes, and they're all laid out to be seen. What do you guys do?
Is Pike going straight for the orcs?
Are you saying pike or spike?
Spike. I'm saying Spike.
Oh, okay. I've
I
heard.
was gonna correct you, but I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
I was like, we'll see
I've
how
been-
long it takes.
I've been saying Spike this whole time.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Sure
totally.
thing, Matthias.
No,
Matthias,
thank you.
Matthias, Matty boy.
Okay. What did you ask?
Are you going straight for the orcs?
So you said there were those 4 areas.
Mhm.
What does it seem like the orcs are doing right now?
The orcs
Like-
are standing at the end of a dock on a lone pier. There are no boats coming in and out of this dock. And yeah, there's probably like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, I'm not going straight there. I'm going over to the side because, of course, I want to be as rational as I can and figure out exactly how this might need to go down. So I'm probably going to go over towards Barshoon and River. You and I both know that pretty clearly we have to go down there. I don't know when. I don't know what we want to pull. But hear me out. They're standing right above water. You guys do whatever you want. If we need to get some fish, let's get some fish. Okay? If I just like swim under that dock water, and you wanna like, if you wanna sing to them, Barshoon, you sing to them. You hear what I'm saying? You smell what I'm stepping in. If you wanna sing, sing. And I'll just work my way up and see if we can get ourselves a little fish or something.
But do the druids have fish like barrels near them?
No,
No.
there is
okay.
a fish market to your right, and
Yeah, but
druids
maybe-
to your
but
left.
But maybe they bought some, and so there's some in like a bag or a bucket barrel.
No, they're not here for
I'm
fish.
just looking for
Oh,
money.
no.
I'm just looking for money.
You want to steal money from them?
No, I want to borrow money from them.
I wanted to say I have no idea what Spike's plan is because he said you could sing to them. He gave River no direction, and
Yep.
he said he could swim under the dock and catch some fish. I don't really know what any of that means.
Okay, I understand where the communication was happening. Got you.
Do you just say that and run off?
Well, he stops and talks to you two.
Yeah.
And by the time that conversation is done, Ulamog is at the orcs. Ulamog gunned it for the orcs.
Have
he
we
wanted to talk
all
to them.
gone to the orcs?
You immediately did what you were told not to do. Immediately. Ulamog,
kinda-
what do you do over here with these orcs? There are 3 very large orc shamans.
Okay. I understand they're
Then you can
large,
have a
but
seat.
are they large for orcs, or are they just large to normal people?
They're large normal people.
Okay, so to me, they're not that large because I'm probably large for a 13-year-old
You are
orc child.
you're still a child.
Yeah, but bigger. So like comparison. Anyways, I go up to them, and I'm just gonna like politely try to like peek around the dock corner and try to like wave and get one of their attention. Hey. Hi.
Yeah, as these 3 orc shamans are stoically and solemnly staring out over the ocean, you kind of peek into the peripheral view of one. He has like an elk head on his head.
Yeah.
And he's covered in these really rad red tattoos. And he's wearing the pelt of a bear, like over
That's
him.
amazing. Oh, yes.
And you kind of and he looks down and then he looks behind him and he turns around. And he goes, "Child, why are you not with your clan? What are you doing here? Are you running away on a boat?"
No. I promise I'm not running away in a boat. My mom.
For you.
My mom.
We await those who return from the boats, child. We will be here when you get back.
Okay. So I have a really cool question. So like, with your tattoos and like the bear thing and the elk helmet, I think.
It's called an elk mitt. Thank you.
elk. Where do you get those? Like the tattoos and the stuff.
Does not your father cover himself with ceremonial garb?
I've never met my father.
Ah, what of your mother?
She's over there at the fish market. We're just here visiting because we live in the next town over.
Okay. These are the colors of our people and our clan. And each tattoo upon my body is a member of our family who has gone off. They will return, and I will write their name upon me, for they are still with me. That's why we do this.
Wow, that's really cool. How do you get the tattoos?
You wait until you're older.
But like how?
Well, on the day of your dawning, which is when a child becomes an adult, you will receive your first tattoo, and it's typically the name of your father, if he has gone to war, or the name of your mother, if she's gone to war.
Wow, that's really cool.
So when your mother goes to war, get her tattooed on your body. And then she
Huh.
can never not be with you.
I
And
like
don't
that.
worry, orcs don't really die.
Really?
Kind of.
What does that mean?
It means there's a lot more to war and death and battle and leaving than we can ever really understand.
Oh.
Also, our spirits don't really travel into the afterworld and we stay here. So there's that part, but I like to lean more towards the philosophical part.
Oh, okay. Where is your clan? Where's your home?
Here. And he motions to the other 2. And out there. And he motions towards the ocean.
Oh wow. Are they at war?
They went to go fight in the last war. And every day we come and hope they return.
Oh wow. I'm assuming I have a somewhat knowledge of what that is.
You have
Yeah,
a
yeah.
very small knowledge of what the last word
Okay,
is.
but I know that was a very big deal and very deadly.
You also would know it was a very long time ago.
Well, I hope your family comes back. My name's Ulamak.
My name is Ka. It's nice to meet you, little Ulamak. And he kind of taps you on the head with like his giant orc hand.
Thank you. I hope I see you again.
Me too. Now don't run off on any boats. Go be with your mom.
I will. Bye.
Spike?
Where? Yeah. Where's all their attention sort of been during all of this?
Well, the one is talking to Ulamak, the other two are looking out towards the ocean.
Okay. So you know what? I'm just gonna go for it. I mean, I said a plan, but I'm only a kid. It wasn't very clear.
I give you a thumbs up.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna work my way down towards the water. Like as soon as I notice that Ulamak is over there, I'm gonna go down and just as stealthily as I can get into the water.
Roll me that beautiful bean footage.
What level are we technically on?
0.
Well, like 1.
Like 1?
Yeah, because you're teenagers. You're like 13.
Okay. Well, then nothing has changed for that.
So
it would-
just take flats. You wouldn't really have.
Oh, just flat?
Yeah, just take flats.
You would have pluses to your abilities.
Yeah, but you're also a child, so
Okay.
there's not much I'm gonna give you here.
I wasn't. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
It's
But
fine.
we're not gonna determine stats
I
for
mean,
teenage versions of ourselves.
You're right. If you want to be very technical, you're level 0, and the wind can kill
Okay.
you.
I would-
So,
I wasn't sure if it was like our like
if
it
Spike
was-
dies in a flashback, he dies in real life.
That's great. It was everyone was just imagining him.
Oh my
No,
god.
the only reason I asked was because I assume this is before everyone threw rocks at us that time.
After.
This is after.
This is after because you
This is
put us
after.
to level 2 or level
No,
1 and
we were level 0 last time.
I didn't level you guys at all last time.
no at the end of the moment.
No.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
That whole flashback, we
Yeah,
were at level 0.
That's fine.
Either way.
It's fine. I rolled a 13.
Hi,
for flat.
Joey.
Oh, I'm here. I'm just going on an adventure.
Ah, yes, again.
He rolled a 13.
I rolled a 13.
Make me roll. Do all this stuff. Okay. You stealthily get to the edge of the water, but as I noted before, this is a dock. This is not a beach. This is a pier. So when you get to the edge of the water, you are looking down at probably a 30-foot drop of down in not 30 foot from where you are. It's probably from where you are down a 10-foot drop to the water, and from there just dark abyss. And you're watching as the water churns back and forth and splashes into the seawall.
Give it up for physics.
Yeah, that's great. Okay, this is very different.
This is a more developed port than what I was imagining.
Yeah. I was
Okay.
thinking like
well, I mean, if you're
like
gonna make
a lake dock.
no, if you're going to make somewhere where you are trading, like a market,
Yeah,
you have to
yeah,
be able
yeah.
to bring
No,
in
that makes
bigger
sense.
ships. Yeah, and you need to build a seawall to retain the water from flowing out.
It's an
Yes.
advanced city.
No, they just have a
Wow.
dock. Olaf is probably 4 times the size of your town, like easily.
Okay. Well, this changes things greatly. Good to know.
I like the idea of you sneaking all the way up to the edge and your brother is watching you and you looking over the edge and you
Yeah,
looking back up and
fun.
going, no.
Well,
Oh.
maybe like we're not here super often, so and yeah, maybe we just don't remember how like significant the water and the drop is after not being here for a few months, probably.
I'm pretty sure River gives you the. I'll speak for Joey because he's not here. He gives you the go in.
Yeah.
Come on. Get in.
Gosh.
I
The-
run up to
Actually, I
Barshoon.
went to the
What is he
coffee
doing?
shop, candy place.
the
You're in
pride
the coffee shop.
the pride of Spike is just like, as soon as he does the little go ahead, he's like like just preparing,
Joey.
just thinking it through on the jump. And he takes a couple steps back just to like get the running start.
Gosh.
And like as soon as he gets up for it, who's like, are you right beside me, Barshoon? Like,
No, I think we're still more kind of
We're a
where
ways
we
back.
started.
Oh,
We're, I
okay.
don't know, 20 feet away, something like that. So like you said this, and then I gave you a thumbs up, and then you went
Yeah.
to the water, and then
yeah,
River was
he
like,
takes he takes a step back and he like looks back and it's like this. And that just Soul's demeanor just like changes, and he just like, as soon as he's about to like take the quiet like jog up to go off, he like goes, and then as soon as he gets to the edge, he just stops and just starts walking over towards the sushi bar instead. And he's not about that jump.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey Barshoon. Spike's a wuss.
I don't know, I guess. But you know, I heard this song before. I don't remember the words, but I think
What?
River's already going to the candy place, so it's like here, come with me, and
Okay.
yeah, we'll sing it on the way. It's like whoa, and that's kind of how the song goes. Anyways, let's go to the candy shop.
Yeah. Where's River going?
Whoa!
Ooh, the
Whoa,
candy shop.
yeah,
I like
you
that
got
song.
it.
Yeah, it's good. That's good. That's good.
Okay. So the candy shop. You walk up to. It's a storefront building, kind of in the square. There's a handful of other minor buildings, but you don't care about charcuterie or taxidermy. You don't know what those words mean.
One day. I will.
Ulamog cares about
One day, Ulamog will know what taxidermy means, and one day he'll taxidermy Tyler back together, so he's not sad.
No.
No!
Anyways,
No!
You are walking up to Mr. Humphrey McGumpkin's Shop of Wonderful, Wild, and Wacky Wonders, which is in these illusionary yellow like font, like these big letters on the front of the shop, and in the middle of that like illusionary font is a illusionary image of a purple-skinned tiefling man in a brown suit. And this purple-skinned tiefling, who's like, he's an illusion within like an illusion of the words, is pointing down, and he's like, "Hey, come on in! Hey, you, get on in here! Come on, we have something for everyone!" And he's definitely like Barker
Hey!
calling to the whole, everybody who walks by, this illusion like addresses essentially.
Nice. I obey to the very word.
Oh,
obey
the
animatronics.
illusion!
This is so
Can I-
cool.
Can I exist first?
Yeah,
Yes, you're there first.
Because
Absolutely.
I was not
River.
part of the whole con job gone very wrong very
Oh,
quickly.
okay, wait. So Spike gave you this whole nonsense,
Yeah,
and when
he
he
told-
walked towards the
he
water,
gave
you
us the whole
just
plan.
straight up nope and walked away.
Yeah, he gave me no role to play, so I'm.
You're right.
Yeah.
You come too.
Perfect.
You can do something.
Yeah, I'm actually going towards the fish stand, not the sushi.
Oh, no sushi. Okay.
No.
So River gets there first. And your mouth is already salivating, thinking about the wondrous candy inside of this building because you've been here before. And you open the door to the very cheerful sound of the bell ringing above shing, as you go in. And it is bright. It is colorful. There are like moving ladders. Okay, so first off, there's like walls of just things. One section is candies. Another section is wands. Another section is what you guys would consider technological advancements. So there's like speaking stones, and there's like
Model trains.
model trains. Yes, model lightning rails. Essentially.
Model lightning rail, yeah.
There's one going around like the top of the building, like there's lightning flying off of it. There's just tons of products. There's books. There's scrolls. There's everything you can ask for. It's just like a wondrous wonderland of all these little. If you want to learn some magic, you can learn minor magic here. If you want to buy candy, you can buy candy here. If you want to buy a dagger that talks to you and tells you to kill your family, you can buy one of those here. Why do we sell that? I don't know. And there's up on like the top shelves, there are these little ladders that kind of like a library, and on them are little like fey people, and they're like, ah! Yeah, we need three of these, and they pull out like 3 root barrels and you come back around and they drop them into like a tube, and they go down the tube, and they go down the tube to the checkout counter where there is a very brightly dressed but very sad demeanored
I'm sorry to interrupt.
dark elf.
Jimmery has spammed 3 hype buttons. There we go. All for you, Jimmery. We got you.
Oh no! There was water in that one. Oh, my poor beautiful face. I'll clean you, my honey. I love you. Oh, it's on the press. Okay.
We're all sad.
Don't. It won't be that bad. Don't fret.
No.
I hate
I got your back,
Matthew.
Jimmery.
Those cans are gone. So these root barrels that these fey creatures have obtained slide down this tube and into a little bag that's being held by a brightly dressed in a very pink suit, but a very dark elf, with like streaked white hair that's pulled off to the side, and he fills them up and he wraps them up, and there's 2 children in front of you, and he goes, "Have a wonderful, wondrous, wild, wacky day." Puts it on the counter and he pushes it across. Next. Anybody? Good. And he kind of turns around and starts sorting a few things behind him on the shelf.
Guys, if you donate to the children's hospital, you get 2 turtle doves.
That was a Hello Lost in New York reference?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that was utter
In
nonsense.
what world is that where you go first?
How did you relate that to a drow who's
I
working
was
a
about to
candy
make a Willy
table?
Wonka reference,
Bro, he's not there.
but you took it a whole nother way.
Bro, do you remember that scene? It was
Yes!
literally what you described, like working toys that are just like going along the top as you walk in. You see trains moving around. You
I've
don't
been
remember
there.
that?
Fun fact.
I wish
That
I
toy
could.
store. It's awesome.
It's tore down now.
Yeah,
Sad.
it's gone. We went like
Never did it.
early 2000s when I was little.
Mm.
I've been to that one. I've been to the one from Big too, with the keyboard.
Oh,
I walked on the
really?
keyboard. Yeah, it was cool. That was interesting.
River, what do you do?
Yeah, what do you do? You're here
I
first.
think I'm in awe at all of this. Even though I've seen it a couple times before, it still just blows my mind. I watched the train for a good like 30 seconds.
The lightning.
Yep.
It's
And then I
running
think I
over
approached
fey
the
folk,
counter.
and they're jumping out of the way because they're scared.
And then I approach the counter and I kind of poke my head up. And I'm like, excuse me.
The drow turns around. Welcome. What can I do for you?
Can I have four maw breakers?
4 maw breakers it is. Please don't break your maw. Ding ding. I don't really have a bell. I have to say that. And when that happens, the drow pulls out this little piece of paper that says Lawbreakers and puts a 4 on it and attaches it to a hook and pulls the hook and it goes up. And the fey creatures run over and grab him. As they fly around on their little ladders, screaming. And they stop and they open a little door and like a snake comes out and they're like, then they go down the ladder again because they went to the wrong one. Eventually get to the area and they get the 4 Lawbreakers out and they put them into like a little. They're like they're sized. So they put them into like this little sack that's hanging on and they back around to the counter and they drop the Lawbreakers into the tube and go, wraps it in a little twine. Anything else, sir?
Maybe later. Thank you.
That will be 1 copper, please.
And I can. Put the
Ah,
silver
yes.
up on the counter.
Full silver. Beautiful. And he goes and makes the change. And he gives you the correct change. 'Cause I don't remember. What is it? Is it 10?
10.
Is it 10 to 1? Okay, so he gives you back 9 silver.
Okay.
And then he pushes the little bag across the
All right.
counter. He just keeps pushing though. He's like waiting for you to grab it. You're not grabbing it, so he just pushes it off the counter.
Balls.
You're like,
That's great.
grab it. And at this time, Spike and Barshu, were you guys coming here?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, Spike wasn't.
Spike
Me
wasn't,
and
okay.
Matthias.
Yes.
Matthias and Barshoon.
I
Alright.
say thank you and head towards the door.
Okay, and as you're heading towards the door, ding, 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 these 2 walk in.
Whoa.
Barshoon just stops and is looking wondrously at all of these fey creatures. It is almost enchanting to him. The way that they're moving about and like using these quasi-magical things and communicating and just drawing attention to themselves with whatever they're doing. There's like a radiance
If you
about
wanna
them, and
call
he's
it-
just
Communicating, then sure. You do definitely see these 2 going Mach speed as this snake creature chases them down the wall because they didn't put it back in the container. And I think eventually they come around and they open another container and it goes into there and they shut that container really quickly. And then they like look at the label and they kind of just pull the label off and throw it to the ground because now it's snake.
Yep, it's wonderful. I am essentially enchanted by these fey creature.
I also, the lightning rail most definitely is not a model lightning rail. It is a mini lightning rail because it's being run by the fake creatures. It's hard enough to. They didn't really build a fake one. They just built a little one.
Makes a
Very
lot
good.
more sense, honestly.
Yeah. So Barshoon is dumbstruck.
I run into him, humming my song. Ah! Hey.
Oh!
what? Hello. Oh, shoot.
Hello. Look at all of these. They are incredible. Just how
So-
like everything that they do is just it grabs your attention and you never want to let it go. Oh, there goes one.
While they're distracted, I'm gonna try to just sort of sneak past them and
This is in the distance.
just walk out.
Just past them.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You
Okay.
know, I don't think I can make anything like this. Well, not gonna try. Where's the candy?
There are walls of just glass jars of different candies. There is
Ooh.
metric tons. Take your pick.
Are there any equivalent of Jello?
Jello isn't a candy.
It's a sweet.
Technically, it's closer to being a baked good, but
Yeah, you have to bake Jello.
All right, where are the gummies?
There you go. There are gummies
No,
galore.
It's
really.
the same thing.
Yeah,
No, they're
there are tons
Not
of
the same
colorful
process.
gummy
Hold on.
rings.
No,
No, hold on.
Hold
Yeah,
on.
no, that's
Did you
no.
say bake?
You
Yeah,
get Jello.
The
Freeze
inside
Jell-O.
of an oven for your Jello?
No, you use a
freeze
sauce.
Jell-O.
No, you use a saucepan. You have to bake Jello before you make it cold.
Then how
That-
do you
that's
make gummy
boiling.
bears?
That is not baking.
That's not
Baking goes
boiling.
inside the
It's
oven.
not water. Not
It's
specifically.
water and gelatin.
Baking
Tell-
is not.
someone-
No, baking is
someone
an
tell me the
action. It
difference
does not mean it
between
has to go in
gummy
the oven.
bears and Jello.
I actually think
Gelatin.
it's more-
Gelatin is different.
I think it's a full turn action. Actually,
Yeah.
not just an action.
You know what? Get out. Get out of the candy shop. You're done. Okay.
Do they have any like gummy worms or the
Yeah.
equivalent?
So there's gummy
worms.
rings. There's gummy spiders. There's living gummy spiders. There's gummy bears. There's attack gummy bears. There's gummy worms. There's disgusting gummy worms. There's
There's
gummy
sandworm
snakes.
gummies.
Yep. Those are not really gummies. They're just sandworms.
Are there gummy demons?
There are gummy demons.
I'm gonna have 3 if I can.
Okay. You go up to the counter. You
hey,
say this. Yep.
Mister. Hey,
Hi and welcome. I hope your day has been wild and wacky. What can I do for you?
oh well, it's not been wild. It's been a little wacky.
That's
Spike-
great.
Spike
I care.
got chickened out on his jump into the water. He's gonna
I
jump into the water.
Don't know what you're
but
talking
We
about.
saw him and he kind of like chickened out of it.
This is a very intriguing story. Why don't
What's
you
your name?
tell anyone else? My name is Carl.
Carl, you got a
Carl.
cool name, Carl.
Yeah, spelled Q-U-A-R.
I know a lot of cruel Carls.
Carl.
Hey, Carl, you seem like you need a break, so I'll be quick. Do you?
I am
Can you-
enslaved
Oh,
to a wondrous tech monster. And they don't let me leave. I'm kidding. My
Bezos?
shift ends in 15 minutes. Please place your order.
can I have 3 of the demon gummies?
Living or inanimate?
Inanimate.
Abyssal?
What does
What
that mean?
flavor would you want? The abyssal ones are spicy.
I want the raspberry flavor.
Third layer ones.
I want the
I shout
goodberry.
and then-
I want the goodberry flavor.
The goodberry ones? Okay. And you said 3?
Yeah.
Okay, good. 3.
Can I have? Can I have one of them be the
Demons.
abyssal flavor? And 2
2
goodberry?
goodberry demons,
sorry.
1 abyssal demon. Puts it
Thank
on the
you.
hook, sends the hook up. A very sad looking Faithful climbs onto the ladder. And he begins to spin around as another Faithful starts just chanting. And a little red portal appears and the ladder just goes into it. And Carl's just like, he'll be back. The abyssal ones are in the storage room. The storage room is on the abyssal plane.
This whole store is ran by the high elf sorcerer Stefan Job.
They
Oh,
make us
oh.
they make us pee into portals to the abyssal realm. We can't leave our stations.
Okay. What's the abyssal? What?
Don't worry. They're coming back. Are you getting anything? Other tiefling?
Rashid. Candy.
Oh,
Tell them what you want.
I want 1 giant mob breaker, please.
1 giant mawbreaker? You don't want like candy mimics?
No.
Never-ending
no,
goblin
like the mob
stoppers?
breaker, but the giant mob
A
breaker.
big, okay. 1 really big mawbreaker.
Oh, Carl, I think this is a good question to ask after you've already made the order. How much is it?
Just releases. He does not respond to you. The mawbreaker goes up, and as they're and getting like the order for the mawbreaker ready, that portal opens on the other side again, and here comes this little fey person with the sack, and he's kind of singed, and this hand comes out of the portal after him, and it begins to close, and you hear when it fizzles out, and then Carl's like, That's Oleg in inventory.
Oh. Carl. Hey, Carl.
Yes.
Carl.
I'm right here,
How? Yeah.
directly in front of you.
I just wanted to make sure. How much is the 3 demon gummies I got?
It's gonna be 1 copper.
Okay. Can you give change?
No. Yes, I can.
Okay.
I'm kidding. These are jokes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't. I'm
Of
working on it.
comedy,
I'm
and
working.
they blah, 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 down the pipe, and he wraps it up. Here's your demons.
Here you go.
And he gives you change, hands it off. Farshun is watching as it started with like 3 Fey folk, and then more and more, and they started putting on hard hats. They started putting on vests, and they're like, one smacks another one.
You speaking in tongues?
The lightning train. The lightning train goes off onto a sidetrack and goes into a tunnel. And all of these little fey folk start pulling out containers and like hanging them to the best of their ability to make a very large opening in the wall. As the lightning train, you can hear it like coming back around, and it comes back around and it comes out of this tunnel and onto a track, back onto its track, which is in the middle of the room. And behind it is a chain. And attached to that chain is a big hook. And attached to that hook is a large maw breaker. So much larger than any of the Fey folk. And it hangs down off the lightning train and swings wildly. And there's like 3 Fey folk like hanging onto it, like, ah! Like trying to hang out for dear life as they disconnect it. And it hits its own track. And it spins around the track. And eventually gets down to the counter where it lands. And it's huge. And Carl looks at it, and then Carl takes twine and just wraps it around the maw breaker. Does not bother wrapping it in anything else. It's roughly the size of a grapefruit, and he just kind of pushes it off the counter.
Talking about.
That'll be 2 copper.
Yes.
And he gives you change.
Why are the Fey folk just the minions from Despicable Me?
Thank you.
No. It's so good.
Who was going to the fish stands? You were. Okay.
I
So you
will
guys are all set here at this wonderful shop.
I stay.
Alright, fine, live your life.
I'm watching the Fae.
Alright, we'll go to Spike. Actually, we'll go to Barshoon first, because you went first.
Me?
Right?
The
You
one who
stay.
stayed?
I mean, not Barshoon, Ulama, sorry.
I would have, after leaving the conversation with the orcs, I would go to the fish market.
It's loud, it's messy. There's fish slime everywhere and falling off. There are guys pulling up these giant crab creatures that are like, they're dead. So like, they put them on these tables and they cut their legs off and they sell their legs by themselves. There's
Tasty.
these bigger like flat ships with these like ginormous fish on them, and they're being hooked and then picked up by cranes, and these things are like the size of houses. There's smaller like creatures, kind of bird-like, and they have these crazy looking like almost glowing like fluorescent fish that they're trying to sell. But yeah, there's tons of fish, there's tons of vendors. Yeah, pick your poison.
Fluorescent fish seem cool. And I'm assuming that otherwise there's basically kind of just plain fish around.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go up to.
There's some guy fighting a huge squid that he brought onto land, and it wasn't fully dead. So there's like 4 dudes with like pikes.
They're wrestling it right now.
trying to kill this squid. And as it's fighting them, like one swings a sword and cuts a piece off, and then grabs it with the sword and turns around, and he's like, 3 silver, 3 silver, 3 fresh. It's like, so they're peddling the squid they're killing. Anyway.
Nice. I'm gonna walk up to the guy with the fluorescent fish first.
Okay. It's these two small bird-like creatures with these long black beaks, and they have all like these colors painted onto their body. They are definitely not from Olaf.
Are they
You
shorter?
can tell that they're shorter,
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Cool. They're kenku.
and they got big feather hands.
Nice.
Yep. And you walk up, and the first one goes 4 copper.
Does it sound like a kenku mimicking? That's what I thought.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
I walk up and be like, 4 copper for 1?
4 copper.
I ask him. Oh, I don't know how to have a conversation with a kenku because I remember doing this with Jordan. It was very difficult.
Oh, that's great.
Kind of like confused by the voice not matching the bird body. I kind of ask him. I kind of pick one up, and I'd be like, "What does it taste like?"
Blood in the sand. My enemy spilt before me.
And then the other one goes,
Fish.
Is it good fish?
and they look at each other, and they look back at you. Then one such fish goes,
Boiled ham. So much boiled ham.
and the other one goes,
Like the berries of the sweetest tree. Plucked just for me.
I kind of look down. Do I see like one that's like moderately longer than the rest?
yeah. There's one. It has like almost like a fluorescent blue coloring to it.
I'll take that.
It's a little thinner, but it's a lot longer.
I'll take that one.
Okay, so you pull that one out, and he goes, 4 copper. But the other one goes, 6 silver. And they look at each other, and they look back at you.
I have 1 silver, so I am willing to do the 4 copper deal. That was the first offer.
The one that said 6 silver goes,
I'm not a haggling man, I'm a gambling man.
That's it. The other one doesn't say anything.
the other one kind of looks at him confused and then goes, I am the highest order of paladin and I live by my word!
If you live by your word, 4 copper.
4 copper.
I say 4 copper.
The other one goes,
You seem like a bright lad. Let's make a deal.
What is your deal?
they look at each other, they look back at you. One picks up a green fish,
Mhm.
and the one that's let's make a deal goes, if you buy 2, you get 1 free. Rah!
So I buy 2, get 1 free. I give you 1 silver.
They just kind of shake their heads. And the other one says,
Meatloaf, my favorite meal.
Actually, you know what? I could go for a good meatloaf. I hand him the silver, and I take up.
good.
I take the 3 fish.
Perfect. And they look at the silver, and one goes,
My precious.
and the other one goes,
A fortune beyond what I've ever seen.
You are interesting folk. Have a nice day.
and you are my sworn enemy! You have not heard my name one last time! As you walk away from the table.
That's amazing. Yeah, I kind of just take the 3 fish in my arms and I go run back to Mom.
Perfect. They're not wrapped. They're not. They're just raw fish. Floop, 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 floop. Yep. Okay. You're trying to find Mom among the chaos of
Yeah.
the market. What are the 3 candy shop boys doing?
As I've slipped out, I'm heading back to.
Hold on. We're gonna get to you. Don't worry. Okay, so you're heading back towards the market. I was talking to to Jordan. I was pointing to him too. He's
Oh,
over
okay. I
there.
think he was heading to the sushi place, right?
No, I'm going to the fish stand.
Yeah.
Really, I would have been going there at the same time as Josh.
Yes, yes. I just
Right.
want to know where everybody's going to be at around the same time.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
River is heading back out towards the fish market.
Towards the orcs.
Towards the orcs. Okay, and then Barshoon and Matthias are Matthias. Look, freaking Jordan, dude.
I've been getting it right ever since.
You said it wrong on purpose earlier, and now I can't get it out of my head.
I'm with Christian, wherever he is. I'm with him.
Okay. So where are you going? Barshoon.
Oh, Barsoon, me. Sorry. I'm chilling. Faye are
Okay.
great.
Sure, why not? All right, Spike, you're inside the fish market. You're seeing the same scenes as Josh was seeing. You're seeing him argue with Tengu as they're trying to sell him fish.
As soon as I see, like you described the crab, like, losing its arm, I just, like, speak out loud. I'm like, man, it would really suck to lose an arm. That would just be awful. And I work...
The crab replies, yeah, it's horrible, seriously. And they shoot it in the head because it's talking. That doesn't happen. Continue.
Good thing Matthias
no,
prepared block.
I can communicate with small creatures.
Oh, yeah, then you would definitely hear it say something. Because
I most definitely...
It's like freaking out as they're cutting its legs off.
I work my way down towards the guy who's been calling for the squid that he's selling.
Oh, the one that they're fighting?
Yeah, the one that they're fighting.
Yeah.
They're still wrestling this thing?
Yeah, they're going at it. Every so often it picks one of them up, but then they get a cut off and that cut falls and he picks it up and he and it's like as he's cutting it, it's still you know?
Hi. So you got fish?
No. We have squid.
Okay. I walk over to where there might be fish.
Yeah, there's tables everywhere, man. Just pick one.
Do I see the birds?
I think as you turn to walk away, he's kind of just like, I mean, you could eat it like it's fish. It comes from the ocean.
Okay. I turn around and I walk back towards the squid.
Would you like to buy some squid? And there's a floop of a tentacle on his arm, and he spins real quickly and cuts it off. Then he picks it up and puts it on the table. It's fresh!
How much for the fish?
Well, it's 2 copper a steak.
What's 5-6?
Okay.
6?
What if I only have 1 copper?
You don't get any.
Can I fight the squid with you and get it for 1 copper?
He looks at the squid that's picking up like a full-sized man, as this man is like stabbing it with a pike, and he looks at you, and he goes, no.
But what if I told you it feels the same feelings you do?
You know what, kid? I'll give you 2 steaks for 2 copper if you leave me alone.
What's your name?
I'm not telling you, you freaky little child.
I'm gonna call you Squid. And I'll take your deal.
Okay, 2 copper, and he wraps up 2 steaks for you.
Thank you, Squid.
You hand him a silver.
Yeah, if you could
And
give
he
me
looks
that-
at the silver and he's like, why did he ask about 1 copper? Never mind. And then he gives you 7 copper back.
Okay, fair is fair. I mean, you gotta eat. Just remember, your name's Squid now, so what happens to him? Think about it happening to you. And I just like walk away, walk towards the birds.
I think Squid just turns and like throws a tomahawk into the squid. And he's like, that's not gonna happen to me. Anyways.
My gosh.
So I assume Barshoon is dealing with the birds.
No.
Ulamog? Ulamog is probably finishing
Ulamog,
up.
Ulamog, yeah.
River. What you got?
Heading back to the orcs.
Alright. It's getting a little darker out. The orcs are still stoically looking over the ocean. What do you do?
Just gonna kind of first look around. I don't know how far away the fish market is. From like where they're standing. It's basically like where.
It's probably like 30 feet.
Okay.
They're not in it, but they're close enough to it.
Got it. I feel like there's enough distractions. I'm kind of like. Kind of not wanting other people to see me, or like other brothers see me. What? Anywho, I go up to them after peeking around, and I kind of just do that thing where like they're staring off in the ocean. I kind of walk up beside them and just kind of poke my head around and just sort of look at them. I'm gonna say, "What are you waiting for?"
There's one in the front. He's wearing a mountain lion over his body. Like the head is on his head and the paws come around and it makes like a dress. And he's covered in gray tattoos. And he looks back towards you and he just says, "We are waiting for our family to arrive."
Oh, okay. Have we seen them like here before? The other times that we came.
Every time
Okay.
you've been to the fish market, they've
All right,
been here.
I'm pretty dang curious. I take out my maw breakers. I say, when I'm waiting for something, I like to have one of these. And I hold up 3 of my maw breakers.
Nice. The one, not the one that Ulamog talked to. And you have this guy in front and you have one to his side. This one kind of scoffs. You know what I mean? He's like, "Ugh, it's below me." And the one in the lion goes, "I love maw breakers." And he takes his giant orc fingers and picks a little maw breaker up out of your hand and puts it to his mouth. And he goes, and he eats it, and the other one goes, "Okay, cool." And he has one too. And the third one kind of maintains that stance. So like, "I'm too good for this. I don't need
Yep.
you." And the one in the lion goes, "Boy, stand by me and look out upon the ocean, and enjoy a maw breaker while you do."
Thank you. And I take the third one and I pop it in my
Your
mouth.
own candy. Thank you for letting me eat my own
well,
stuff.
no, but I was fully sure that they were just gonna chase me away.
Mhm.
Okay, yeah, I'll stand next to them and stare out at the ocean, and then like after a couple seconds, kind of look up at them, just like to check, and then they're probably still staring out at the ocean, so I stare back out at the ocean. A couple more seconds go by, I look back up at them to double check, and then I keep staring at the like have I just trapped myself?
Every so often you hear a from the big one with the lion on it as he's sucking on that maw breaker.
If they don't say anything after like a minute or so, I'll probably say something.
Yeah, no, they don't say anything. They just kind of
Okay,
keep their
okay.
concentration.
Got it. So, where's your family coming from?
Honestly, I don't know.
Then how do you know they're gonna be here?
We'll return.
Where'd they go?
They went to go fight in a war that wasn't their own, son.
What? Why?
Because even as an isolated clan of druids, We sometimes believe there are things bigger than ourselves out there. And our brothers and our sisters and our fathers, those who went off, thought it was worth fighting in someone else's war.
Hmm. I think I just kind of stare off. I don't think as like a 10 or 12-year-old I really have a
You don't really
response to
grasp the concept
that.
of it.
Yeah.
And then he kind of sighs because like he realizes that, and he says, "If we don't watch for their return, no one will. So who will be here to greet them when they finally come back?" I imagine your culture. You imagine death as the end. We don't. Us orcs are barred from the other side. The only thing we can do is hope that the guiding ones put our family with a warrior brave enough and strong enough to bring them back home.
I have no idea what he just said. But I look wisely off into the ocean.
Yes.
Oh no. What happens if they don't come back?
It means they're probably lost. But we don't give up hope. We'll watch until we become spirits like they do. And hopefully those we bind to will pick up our mantle and continue our tasks.
Well, I hope you find them. It's getting late. I should probably go.
Along home to your mother now.
All
Or
right.
father, or whatever. I
Okay.
don't know. You're a
Yeah,
human, I
that's it.
think. Okay, good.
Yes. Yeah.
He has this almost like totem-esque necklace he wears that has a bunch of like little skulls and beads and stuff on it. And he pulls the very bottom one off. And he goes, "You've shown me a kindness. And I'll never forget that. So don't ever forget me." And he hands this bead to you. And it's this really polished, like onyx bead, like this black bead that's like beautifully polished and nice.
I just kind of hold it and like stare at it. And thank you. I won't forget you.
And you, little one. And as you're walking away, you hear, "It's a good ball breaker." Okay, you two have been wondrously staring at Faithful. What are you doing?
Us two?
Yeah. He didn't leave. He's going wherever you go. So if you're just
Oh.
standing there like,
I'm kind of like pacing, like looking at my feet, kind of like shuffling back and forth. Like,
Carl keeps coughing. Like, ahem! Ahem!
Farshoon,
Ah!
What?
Farshoon.
What?
When are we gonna stop staring at the Fey creature things?
Well, when they stop
shifting.
being so captivating.
Farshoon, there's like so many other things that are captivating. Whatever that means.
Whatever that means.
It's like when you see the Fae and they're going around and you can't stop looking at them.
I thought when
That's
you
what
saw the Fey,
captivating
like you're
means.
probably gonna die.
Oh, I hope not.
I
Oh,
heard
there
when
goes
he-
one
I
through
heard-
the red portal again.
Oh, Red Portal sounds pretty sketchy. I don't know if I like the Red Portal.
Well, that's
I
where you
think,
got your spacey
while
me
while
from?
you're watching them, there's almost like a like air horn, and they all go yeah, and they all start opening like little drawers and just crawling into them. And then the
What?
lightning reel kind of it slows down, and this little Fae, just as the conductor gets out, and he walks over to a little. It's like it's one of those little things they pull down like a drawer, but he opens it like a door, and he hangs his hat, and he closes the door and he walks in. And Carl, who is now just like flicking the lights on and off.
Oh,
Hey, I think your power is going out.
Yep, that is what is. Please leave.
Oh, yeah.
My shift
no,
ended, and he
yeah,
looks at the
sure.
giant, stupid clock that has like Mr. McGrumpkin on it, and his arms like, and it's like my shift ended 1 minute and 30 seconds ago. Please get out of the store.
Oh, we're sorry. Oh, shoot, let's go.
oh, but I'm like halfway done with my.
Oh, shoot!
giant- Oh, okay.
Oh my
I
god.
walk out the door.
Thank God.
What is God?
Can we go get sushi?
Ooh, I like that idea.
Thank.
Let's go.
Yes, please. Okay. Woo.
You guys go to the sushi table.
Yes.
Yes.
It is run by 2 Fishkin brothers. Not Triton like Spike, like Fishkin. Like they look like one looks like a blowfish, and he has like all the spikes out of him, and the other one looks almost like an angelfish, and he has that long like part of the angelfish like
Oh my
put
God.
into a top knot behind him. And they're sharpening knives as you guys walk up, and they have like cool kimonos on.
Sick.
And one has a tag. The one with the blowfish puffers has a tag that says Maki, and the other one has a tag and it says Sushimi on it. And you come up and they're like, "What you getting? We talk like this, yeah." Racist.
Martian, what do you want? And I put him in front of me.
I like. Is there like a colorful menu above their head?
Yeah.
Something.
And,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
essentially, to you, it just says nonsense. It's like the first time you'd ever look at a sushi menu without knowing what it is. You're like, those
Yeah,
are words.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I point at one of the colorful ones and say that one and that one.
Okay. And Maki, the blowfish guy, snaps off 2 of his blowfish prickers and turns around to a tank and grabs an eel and pulls it out, and a little octopus and pulls it out, and starts and he's like making a sushi, and Sushimi goes, "And you, what do you want?"
Can
Shink,
I?
shink, 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 shink.
Can hold on.
I push him to the side and say, he wants that one. And,
No. That's not what I want. That's not what I want. Shut up. That's not what I want.
You want it. You always do this.
I want the quasi kraken. I want the quasi kraken.
He like looks at you wide-eyed and goes like, "Are you sure about this, son?
I want it. I got enough money.
You have to pay up front.
How much is it?
It's 7 copper."
Okay, fine. Here you go. I want it.
And you drop the 7 copper, and he picks it up, and he puts the knife onto a belt of knives on his chest. And he picks up a harpoon gun, and he walks out towards the fish market. And he walks towards those guys who were fighting the squid. And that squid's like subdued now. It's like down and like dead. And he starts talking to them, and they go. And he's like,
I go over to Barshoot. I've heard some guys talk about this. It's supposed to be so good. Like you literally won't have to eat for like a whole week.
Their boat, like the squid hunter's boat, is like flat-faced boat, and that flat face almost like a landing ship from D-Day, drops down, and you hear thugug, thugug, this echoing of something smashing around in their hole, and they move the table with all the squid pieces on it, and they all back up. And like several other guys are like, "What is this?" And the Tengu who are next to them like pack up their colorful fish and start screaming, "For the hills! Run, they come! And like run off into the fish market. And this giant squid.
Oh,
Eldritch
no.
horror looking. Thunk. It suckers like this. Pulls itself out of the hole. And he pulls back his crossbow and mutters a prayer to himself. And the men start fighting this giant squid. And it's like throwing people, and you shang, shink, ah, there's blood splurting through the air.
Suckers hitting things.
How is this only
the-
7 copper?
Squid.
This is only 7 coppers worth of work
Squid.
right here.
Squid the human.
Yes.
It is like in the fray of it, and he's got his sword, and he's and the giant squid picks up the dead squid that he threw the tomahawk into and throws it at him, and it hits him and it throws him off into the water. And in a way, Spike feels justified and thinks he might have prophetic abilities.
I'm watching this whole thing, and I just go, I told you! Freaking told you!
You can do it.
And then they finally, you see this like clean slice from one of the guys, and this suction cup gets cut off, and they force it back into the hole, and they close the hole, and this guy picks up the one suction cup, and he comes back, and he's like, okay.
Wow.
And he puts it down. Shink, 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 shink.
As he's doing this, I walk up to the table and I say, I want some of that, and I place 7 copper onto the table.
Oh my gosh.
Picks back up his crossbow. And he looks at Maki and he's like, we need to take this off the menu. This is done. I'm not doing this. He walks over towards them again. And you see these guys like trying to pick up their wounded brother, and they're like, no, 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 no. Like they're refusing to do it again. And he comes back and he goes, they're sold out. And he puts the crossbow down. I'm sorry. And he pushes your copper back. And then
I'll share with you. It's okay.
and he gets to work.
But I wanted my own.
Too
So
bad.
Barshun left. But what
Here,
you
I'm
end up
here, I'm
getting.
here, I'm here.
Okay, so Barshun gets these 2 beautifully made, one octopus, one eel, like sushi rolls,
Nice.
and then they hand you guys. It's about this big, and it's just this squid filleted into this beautiful like fillets, thrown into a broth with a bunch of ramen noodles on the bottom, and a whole bunch of like seasonings and onions and whatnot on the top.
Is that the Quasi Kraken?
Yep, and he puts it down and he goes, we need to start charging so much more for this.
Thank you. I've heard it's really good.
Yep. Then he takes his knife and he like, and then he goes, for those who fell to feed this man. And he turns around and like goes back to work.
Stop!
I take a bite.
Delicious. Yeah, it's great.
Oh,
It's awesome.
shoot, it's
Fantastic.
so good.
There you go, Matthias. Now you've killed more people.
So
Wait, what?
Stop!
More?
wait, I forgot. You accidentally hurt people. Right.
Wait, hey, sir, wait. Do people die for this food?
Die. We'll find out when they get his body out of the drink.
It was just some orcs, so don't
He
worry,
was
they'll
a-
be back.
He was a brave. No, it was not the orcs. It was definitely the squid salesman.
Squid.
It's okay. I heard this stuff is really good. So, I mean, you killed someone this time for a good cause.
Nope. I'm not taking credit. No, I'm not thinking about it.
You-
I'm not taking
Matthias-
credit.
Has
I'm not taking
everybody
credit.
gotten everything they want?
I should probably get some fish.
Yeah,
but
I
no,
mean,
just
the
normal
ask
fish.
for the
whole market
Kraken.
is the whole market's like ripped apart and wild right now.
Everyone asked
so-
for the Kraken.
I'm gonna say, hey, can I
The
just get, like,
Tengu
one fish?
left.
The Tengu left. They were scared.
Can I
Yeah.
hey Maki, can I just show like one fish, 2? Just one fish. Just one. Just one, please. Please.
You want like a slice of fish?
No, like I don't know. Maybe. Just I don't know what
You
mom
want
meant.
a full fish?
No, listen. Can we
I
have
don't know
two more
what
fish,
mom
please?
meant
Here's
for that.
some more copper
Um,
from me. Just a whole fish.
Yeah,
Two
yeah,
whole
yeah. Whole fish. Whole fish. 2 whole fish. Yeah. We'll combine.
Maki,
Four copper.
the blowfish, goes, what? We are fish artists. We don't sell slabs. And he, we sell slabs.
That's so good.
So sorry.
He comes around to the front.
Sorry.
He comes around to the front of like the sushi thing, and he grabs you by the back of your shirt, and he goes to grab Barshoon, and he's like, "Let's die to make your cracker. Give me it. Give it back. You don't deserve it. No, you
No,
deserve
fine. I
it."
paid for it. No.
I just
and-
started kicking the shins as hard as I could.
he is like, he's gonna beat these kids up. He is so angry that you have insulted his artistry to ask for normal fish. And Sushimi is kind of like,
Spun to the Kraken. I throw it at him.
I think he's right, and he picks up the crossbow. I mean, you're a Triton, man. They'll eat you. We'll put it that way.
Guys, run! Guys, run! I'm kicking him. Run!
And is the Kraken like laying on the ground, like from the food that you threw? Did you pick it up?
I kind of like soft tossed you the bowl.
Oh, okay. As soon as I have it, I'm booking it out.
Okay.
I'm moving towards the orcs.
So
I want to grab my mega mob breaker and smack one of them in the try to hit him in the head so he drops me and I can run away.
Okay, then give me an attack roll to see if you hit them in the head.
Gosh. Oh,
Oh
baby.
boy, it was going so
Let's get
well
that.
for so
Spicy.
long.
A D20 on my roll. It's so laggy on D. It's a 5. Okay, whatever.
Okay, you swing and it like you catch some of the spikes on Maki and it like cuts into your maw breaker. You know what I mean? Like, shh. And you pull
I
it
was
back.
throwing it at him.
Oh, you were throwing it?
Like a base, like a softball.
Oh, okay. I thought you were just
Throwing
swinging
at
it.
him.
Okay, yeah, no, you throw it like a softball, and it grazes off of his spikes, and you see like debris from the maw breaker as it lands off behind him. As Spike, as you turn to run, and as Matthias, aha, and Barshoon are being held by these two, you turn to run, and you immediately into somebody, and you splash some of the broth on them. And in front of you, you're looking up, is an older man. He's in a brown robe, and he has a bag, and he has a staff. And he goes, "What seems to be the problem here?"
He's gonna shoot me because he's racist.
They're
He's
gonna
gonna
shoot us.
you because he's racist.
He wants to eat me.
And one of them comes around, and he's like, "Friar, don't get in on this." And he's like, "Well, I guess I won't then." And he kind of swings his staff, and that guy's demeanor, he's holding the crossbow. You know what? If you're a man of peace, I'm a man of peace. And he like turns and walks back, and Maki's like, "How dare you betray me?" And he looks at Maki and he's like, What could these children possibly have done to wrong you?" And he kind of waves his staff again. And Maki, "It's not worth killing for art. Never come back here." He spits
Okay.
at you and then walks to the back of the thing. And then this guy kind of gets down more onto your level, and he's like, "I think you boys are in a lot of trouble. Where are your parents?"
We don't know. She's somewhere here, and I don't know if she's in the same spot as we left her.
You got about 10 minutes before these guys freak out on you. Let's go.
Okay.
Come on. I'll take you out of here. And this guy kind of escorts you back towards the fish market. River, how's your search for fish going?
I'm just looking for a normal fish stand selling
There
normal
is-
fish.
There's
And-
this one really old guy. All right. He is sitting at the very edge of the fish market, and he got a bucket. You can see a few fish tails out of it, and he's got a rod like up against the wall, and he's just sitting there, and he's just like looking off. And there's a little on the bucket. It's written like, 1 fish, 1 copper.
Okay.
And yeah, you could.
I'm just gonna walk up to him, kind of look at him real quick. He's probably just still staring.
He
off
does
at-
not. So you come up, you kind of wave, and he's just.
Okay. I'm just gonna.
Who's here? There's someone here, isn't there?
Yeah, I'm buying a fish.
I taste you on the wind. Oh, you're buying a fish. Ah, yeah, 1 copper.
All right. I put a copper on the thing.
In the bucket?
No, on the counter.
He doesn't have a
Okay.
counter. It's just
bucket.
Okay.
He's
sitting
sitting
in
on
the chair
a
with a
stool.
It is the dude in a
Um,
bucket.
I'm gonna.
He puts his hand out like,
Okay, then I'm gonna put it in his
Whatever.
hand.
and he goes, oh, that's a sale. And he goes to put it in his pocket, and he lets go and just kind of falls down his shirt, and you can hear it hit the ground. He went, not again.
Here, I got it. I'm gonna grab it for him. And I'm just gonna get out
drops
of
the
his way. He's
fish.
going wild on this
Yeah,
thing.
he's trying to. You pick it up and you kind of put it in his hand again. Thank you. I won't lose it this time. It's back on his stool.
Oh my gosh.
Did he just eat it?
In his mouth.
Okay.
Eat
It's
it. He,
in your mouth.
I don't know if he said. I wouldn't say he ate it, but it's in his
Alright.
mouth.
I'm gonna grab a fish.
Yeah,
out of
pull
the
a
bucket.
you pull a fat catfish out by its tail.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, another happy customer. Gosh. All right, here we go. He goes down to find his copper again as we walk away.
Nice.
Ulamak,
Yes.
what you Ula doing?
I was running off with my 3 fish to go find mom.
That's right. Okay, so let's put Ulamak. I say you would bump into River after he gets his fish, and then you guys go to find mom together.
Sure, as long as that was before the whole squid thing happened.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
I would have watched that from afar. I would
because
have.
River had already like left the shop.
Exactly.
Um,
Okay.
So you two find Mary Agnes. She's kind of on where you guys came in at, and she has in her basket a few like loaves of bread and some fish wrapped in like paper. And she goes, "Oh boys, what did you get?"
I got these 3 really colorful fish from the Kenku. They gave me a
Oh,
really good
those-
deal on it.
Definitely don't look poisonous. Okay,
And I got a fish.
it's real slimy. That water you pulled it out was pretty brown. She goes, "That's nice, River. You got fish." And then out from the chaos of the market comes you 3 and this older man who's escorting you. And she goes, "You can hear your mother, like you can hear her. What do they do now?" Like sigh. And he walks up with you 3 and he goes, "Hello, ma'am. I have found your boys. Being boys, I would say.
It wasn't the orcs.
We didn't do it.
Orcs.
Matthias did it. He did it.
Matthias did it.
Nope.
Yes, that's
He did it.
his name. Then.
No.
He needs redemption or something.
Mom, I
He's-
didn't do it. I swear.
He did it. He killed people again.
Spike
Well-
is lying.
Your boys have given me some excitement
You're blue.
for
Wait,
I'm purple.
for this
Spike is
evening.
colorblind.
wait, I'm blue. I got that mixed up. I'm sorry.
Your boys have given me some excitement for this evening, and I'd like to repay that favor with dinner if you all would join me. The soup should be done by now, and I will say, it's good soup.
What do we do with the fish that we just bought?
Your mother says refrigerators exist, and she turns and walks with this man. This man that comes up.
Whoa.
And you can hear as they're talking to each other. Yeah, mind bomb. Refrigerators exist. You can hear them talking, and one of the things he says is, Oh yes, my apologies. I forgot this character's name.
Friar?
Yes, Friar Francis. There we go.
Yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
says, I could not. I wanted to say Abby. I'm like, that's not his name. He says, I'm Friar Francis, and this is your guys' first interaction with him. This is the first time you meet him. This is the first time your family interacts with him, and he would become a family friend for years to the point where he becomes like a role model to one of you. And you go back to the Abbey, and it's a much more vibrant red brick Abbey than it was in our first session. The vines haven't started to grow up the walls yet. The windows aren't kind of clouded with time and age. There's a sheen and a gleam to everything, and the stained glass visage of Dawnbringer is as beautiful and as bright as ever. And you can see once you walk inside, you see Dawnbringer from the outside and its glow and its gleam, and you walk inside, and underneath it, on the inside, is actually a monument built to Keeper Aquinas. There's a mural of him holding it. And in front of that's like a sculpture of the Silver Flame. And the words "United in Eternity" are like carved into the wall above the sculpture and below him. And you enjoy a very fantastic meal with the friar and the members of his parish, something that he doesn't have anymore. That this was at once a very thriving place and has just kind of become him now, doing what he does. You have hot soup and warm bread and friendly faces, and this stays with you for the years to come, as this man would become a very integral part of your growing up. This is your first memory with him, and this is the first time you actually see what Dawnbringer would look like, by that stained glass visage. But it isn't until you're out of the thick of the woods on the road to Olaf that you notice the black smoke rising from the Abbey. And I think in that moment, as these memories fade back into your mind and out of reality, you realize something is very, very wrong from Keeper Aquinas Abbey. You approach, I would believe, at a quickened step. Your walk turns into a jog, turns into a frantic run as you get closer and closer to the Abbey, which is on the outskirts of Olaf. And at that point, you see the smoke billowing, and you see the flames raging behind the wall. And in front of the parish, by the gate to the way in, is Father Francis, but he's laying on the ground, not face down, but like on his side, like he's been pushed down. And as you run up, he looks at all of you and he goes, "My sons, my sons! In my time of need, the flame has heard. He is within, and he seeks it. It's wherever it is the blade, he wants it." And you can see that the front door to the Abbey is completely like ripped off the hinges and shattered against the ground.
Friar, he who?
Yeah. I don't know, but he asked for it, and I don't know where it is, and he started destroying everything and burning everything, and he said he'll rip the whole place down to find it. And he's obviously like panicked. There are tears like crumbling his face. He doesn't know what to do. You can tell that just by looking at him in this moment.
Do we go in?
Is he still inside, Father?
He's in there, and he's looking for it, and he will rip my home to shreds to find it, and for the life of me, I do not know where it is.
I have an idea.
Is the Abbey is on fire?
There is fire.
I have an idea.
It's a brick building, so it's weird. Like
Okay.
parts of the
Okay.
ceiling are on fire. Parts of like the trees outside are on fire. You can tell it definitely isn't like I threw a torch. It's more of a magical cast fire because it looks very directed in
we're out
where
of
it's
the
coming
flashback,
from.
by the way, Jordan.
Jordan. Oh yeah, no, you're not in the yes.
No longer a kid.
You're
Yep.
not a child anymore.
Gotcha.
For now.
I'm going to rush to the doorway,
Okay.
clutch my amulet, and cast Locate Object on Dawnbringer and see if anything pops up.
Okay, cool. There is an aura that shines from within the abbey itself.
So it's within 1,000 feet, and I can sense the direction of its location if it's within that 1,000 feet.
Okay, do you
And-
go into the building?
I stand at the doorway.
Oh, I send
Okay.
Owlbert in. What am I doing?
Oh, okay, yeah,
Just
sure.
like like moment that we see the friar, he says there's someone inside. Like Albert just flies off my shoulder into the
Cool.
and then I'll just see through his eyes.
You can see it through his eyes. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, no, there's inside fire raging among like that monument to Aquinas is essentially just drenched in flames. The tables are all turned and flipped. Owlbort flies around as much as he can because he's trying to stay below the smoke.
Yeah.
And he moves through, and you can hear through him, right?
I
So
believe
you can-
yes.
You can hear something rustling and moving around, and you can hear someone almost call out, like a help, help. And then Albert, the heat kind of gets too much for him, and the smoke gets too
Yep.
heavy. He comes back around. He comes through a window that's been shattered, and like flies around and comes back to you.
Okay. Someone's in there.
Do I see a certain
mean-
direction of where the
Yes.
glow is from?
Yes, it is from. It would be from the monument where Aquinas is.
Like it's directly inside, and then like
It is inside the building.
okay, it's not like under the ground or
No.
It's just in the building. Okay.
Mhm.
Friar. At least I think it's in there.
He looks up to you and goes, "My son, retrieve it before he can, and please get it out of there.
Is there anyone else inside?
Not that I would know of. I was the only one here. I mean, besides him, obviously."
It's okay. I'm gonna help with this. I'm also going to cast Locate Object so we can get, so I can also have a bit of a view on this. And I'm gonna walk into the building.
Okay, so you're the first one to go into the building then.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull my arm out, and the sword's gonna come out. And as soon as I do this, as I go along, I have an ability called Fury of the Tides. And what that is as a bonus action, a powerful might of waves that bolsters your attack for 1 minute. As I go along and as the flames are around, I'm just gonna swing and just send waves wherever I swing to just hit any area of water I can see.
Cool. Yeah, so you're like trying to put the fire out. Cool.
Yeah.
So you walk in and you're like, whoosh, whoosh, and you get a very directed sense from your locate object. You look towards the wall where the memorial is, and that aura glowing is from directly above it where the stained glass is.
So like in the stained glass?
It's emitting from the stained glass.
Okay. I'm gonna work my way backwards and
Mhm.
just keep doing the same thing and go back out the door, and as soon as I get out, Matthias, Father Francis, if that's his name, right?
Yeah.
It's emitting from the stained glass, and I'm just like still whipping water in there for as long as I can. It's emitting from the stained glass. I don't know exactly how you might be able to get it out of there, but we need to go in there and try and deal with it. I'm trying to deal with as much of the flames as I can.
I'm gonna stand up straight. I'm gonna push Ulamok and Spike in front of me. Put my hands on them. I'm gonna I'm gonna activate my emboldening bond on the three of us.
Yep.
So while we're within 30 feet of each other, all of our d20s have a d4 to
Nice.
add.
Nice.
I'm gonna say we need to move now.
I rush in.
I'm gonna-
Watch out for something to hit us.
Gonna look over at Barshu and be like, well, guess we're B squad. Put a hand on your shoulder, cast guidance.
Yeah.
All right, we're going in.
I rush in
Yeah.
as soon as he emboldens me.
Yeah.
I rush
So
in.
you all get in. You all get in at the same time. You file through.
Yeah.
And you guys can very blatantly see from your locate object that this radiant aura of where it is emitting straight from the stained glass above the Keeper Aquinas like memorial. And you subdue some of the flames, and as you subdue the flames, so this is like a long like building. This is where you ate that one time. This is like the meeting room, and there's an offshoot that goes to the kitchen and like the bunks. And from that hallway where the offshoot is, someone walks out, and it's my sons. Oh, you've come to my aid. You're here. Someone came for the blade, and I can't find it. Please tell me you remember where it is. We need to protect it at all costs.
Insight check.
And before you is Father Francis. Go ahead, roll an insight check.
I'm gonna kind of step in front.
That is a 22.
Nice.
Nice.
Father,
The person
just-
before you most definitely. Hold on, sorry.
Suspense is
Okay,
killing me.
anyways, I'll look up my note on this later, I guess. The
22.
insight check. The person in front of you is most definitely frightened, most definitely like worried and trying to find something. You were saying?
would my passive insight give me any cautionary? Well, I'll just be like, Father, we just saw you.
Do not be ridiculous, boy. I see us coughing as the smoke like billows from where the kitchen is. I've been in here the whole time. Some demonic creature tried to come through my door, and my ward went off and threw it back outside. I don't know how you would have seen me, my son. And he kind of takes a step like towards you.
I'm going to use divine sense to detect good and evil. Just
It-
to
remember to certain creatures.
Well,
'Cause one of
Paladin's
two
gonna
ways and
paladin.
both are bad.
Paladin's gonna paladin.
Remember to certain creatures.
Till the end of your turn, you can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or the location of any celestial, fiend, undead within 60 feet that's not behind total cover. You can use this feature 3 times per long rest.
I'm gonna put my hand up and be, Father, I'm confused. Hold on.
Was the so with the answers that I got from my insight check, were those the frightened, coughing, and all that
And looking
genuine?
for something.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. The
Yes.
genuine frightened, genuine looking for something, genuine frantic.
Okay. So with detect good evil, it's not written like this, but it's how I've always used it. Is that you get a faint outline aura of the things you're looking at.
T-
Because it's
as
eh,
a,
eh.
it's well, the detect good and
Ah.
evil is a spell, and he's using divine sense. Those are two
Oh.
different things.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought he said detect good and evil.
I mean,
Is it like the essence
says-
of what,
It's
what it is?
essentially
but-
the
As-
same thing.
as an action, you can detect good and evil, and it explains
Yeah,
until
but
the end of your
it
next
explains
turn.
what that means.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can
Says-
sense anything affected by the Hallow spell,
Mhm.
or know the location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet that's not behind total cover.
Yeah.
It has a descriptor before that that's rad. It says the presence of strong evil registers on your senses like a noxious
This
odor,
older.
and powerful
Cool.
good rings like
Oh.
heavenly music in your ears.
Cool.
It's Friar
Okay.
Fiend.
So
Ooh,
You-
Friar or Fiend. Very good. That's the title for this episode.
Friar or
don't-
Fiend.
you don't get Friar or Fiend. You don't get the sense of any of the things listed as celestial, fiend, or undead from either direction, behind you or in front of you.
Okay.
Really?
How
Doesn't
are
solve
there
our
flames like
problem.
licking around us?
No,
Like-
it's burning, but it's not like burning down. You subdued most of it using your
Okay.
water.
I mean,
I
think
still
it's
have my
okay.
hand up, kind of being like, "Hey,
Yeah.
just take a second."
Yeah, he's kind of like, my son, why would you be so inquisitive? Our building is burning down. We need to be fast. We need to flee here.
Wait a
My
minute.
wards won't last forever.
I can deal with the flames. I can deal with those fine. You stay to that side of the room. We'll stay over here. If there's no
I'm
issue, then there
There-
should
there
I'm
is
gonna
a-
turn around.
There's a
Yeah.
drastically confused look on his face.
I elbow you, River, and nod at Albert and nod at the door.
yeah. I mean, I'm just gonna run over to the door. How?
Yeah, you're like not far from it.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
B
I'm
squad
like,
activate.
the moment, yeah. The moment we see him, like, do a double take, like, look around at everyone, they're kind of like, just run to the door, like,
Okay.
straight up.
You
Get
run
out.
to the
B
door.
squad's at the door.
And Father Francis, the one you saw outside,
Yeah.
has pulled himself up onto his staff and he is walking towards the building.
Mhm.
And as he sees you, my son, did you find it? We need to leave now before he finds it quickly. And he kind of walks into the building with you, like up to you, and tries to walk past
Yeah.
you into the building. And now you have Father Francis, who is in front of you, and Father Francis, who is behind you, and they look at each other.
So good.
And I think they both at the same time go, "Oh, dear Flame's heart. What you guys gonna do?"
I'm gonna cast detect magic.
Okay.
and try to detect the magic. So if I detect magic, I can then use my action to sense a faint aura around any visible creature or object.
And then
that
if
bears
you
magic.
spend more time, you can hone
I
that
can-
aura, right?
Actually, no. I instantly learn the school of magic, if any.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
It's like
Yeah.
a poof.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
if I-
detect
If I
magic.
sense it, I can use my action to.
I mean, besides all the items you guys have on you, we'll just leave those out. There's a strong sense of radiant coming from the. Actually, there'd be a strong sense of radiant and a strong sense of draconic magic coming from the stained glass.
Yep.
You notice after looking over the one in front of you, that he's wearing a magic ring. He has like a magic amulet. And then you turn around and you look at the other one, and he has a magic ring and a magic amulet of the same sources.
Okay. And there's nothing on the creature, like either Friar themselves.
Now,
Okay.
they're when you look at them in this way, they're completely identical.
I have a question. Can I make an insight check to try to determine who is, like, if one of them is speaking in a way that Friar wouldn't speak?
Okay,
like
I
to
will
detect
let you because you've had
patterns?
so much time with him. So I'll let you make that check, but it's going to be a high like
Okay.
CR. You know what I mean?
Yep. No problem. All right. So D20.
Oh, my guidance is now gone because this is a concentration spell. Sorry.
So
Okay.
that's 5.
I
plus
look at the. Oof.
7, which is 12 plus a D4. Yeah, literally the worst kind of roll. Oh well.
I look
That's
to the
4,
friar at the
so
door.
that's, 17.
That's
I I'm sorry, you rolled a 5 and got 17?
I rolled a 5 plus 7 plus my d4.
Oh, you got a
Right.
D4 as well. Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
And he rolled
4 on
the
the
4 on the d4.
Yeah, yeah.
As you're checking this, I look at the friar on the door and say, "Take off the ring."
First, does Joey share the information of the magical items that he's seeing?
Oh, let me see. I don't know if there's a like non-awkward way to say it, but like
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know
Okay.
if Joey shares that.
yeah.
So,
no,
I
I'd
mean,
probably
I'll-
whisper
I'll
to,
let
like,
it-
to Barshoon,
Yeah,
I'd
I'll
be-
let it happen.
or like to you guys, and I'd be like,
Um,
they're not magical creatures, but they both have magical items. The ring and the big amulet thing there.
Okay.
I don't know what this is. They should be like if they were disguising themselves, they should be registering or something.
Here's my thing. My reasoning is a whole segment of Flamekeep just disguised themselves with rings from being detected by anything. So, at least for the one that's near me, I'm going to demand that he's taking off the ring. As River
It's
is
reasonable.
casting this detect magic.
Yeah.
So the one that's near you, the one that came in from the back door, the one that was outside. He clutches his staff, and he goes, "My son, why?"
Grab his hand to take off the ring.
Okay.
I'm not effing around.
He's going to resist you.
Okay.
And he's going to essentially just say, like, this is insanity. What are you doing, Barshoon?
I'm
Go
gonna let
ahead.
the other
Make a sleight of hand check and see if you pull it off his hand.
What is the
Yeah, that
other
makes
friar doing? During
And the
this?
what? The other friar?
Yeah. Is he, how does
Oh,
he
that's
looking?
all right. That's not bad.
Kind of just perplexed. Like, what is going on?
19
Sleight of
on
hand check?
sleight of hand.
19. You pull the ring off his finger. That's fine. Like, you take it off. You look at it. It's a kind of just a normal, like, metallic ring.
And I look at Barshoon. Not Barshoon. I look at
You
River.
are Barshoon.
Yeah, I am Barshoon. Yes.
Yeah.
I look at River.
River, you see a magical ring in Matt's hand. Matt, while you're holding his hand, you see it almost start to decay. And he goes, "My son, can I have my ring back now?" You don't know what that is, do you?
Can I know the school
Please
of
tell
magic?
him I need that to
Do
to
I know what it is?
breathe.
Do I know what that is?
You would.
Is it a ring that
You
keeps
would
him
know.
alive?
Yes, you would know that Fire Francis was at one point axed by a lich, and he
Give
has
it back
a
to
death spell
Give it
upon
back to
him.
him.
Yes.
Put it on. Put it on.
Um,
It's real. It's not fake. Put it on.
Can I know the school of magic that it is?
Well, is he real?
The ring.
I don't
Restoration.
know. Put it on. I don't want to risk it.
No, it's legit. It's restoration. It's probably.
Okay, I give it back to
Can I
father.
take a look
He
at the other
returns
guy's
it to
ring?
his hand, and that kind of necromantic, like
Withering.
withering
Yeah,
undoes
yeah.
itself, and he begins to breathe again. And
Can
I would
get
think
some-
after
I
these
point-
years you would know me slightly better, my child.
I
Well, one
look
of you is not you. I look at the other one,
Yeah.
point and say, "Now you."
Your
Um,
turn.
Can I see the school of magic on the other ring?
It's restoration.
Well, someone else would have to
Okay.
take it off.
I
The
well,
individual
I can-
wouldn't. The friar at the front.
The
wouldn't-
friar,
no,
the
you
friar
see
at the
right.
read on
the friar at
It
the
would have to
front.
be like alteration or something.
Yeah,
if it
no,
was
the
the
friar,
other
the
ring.
friar at the front goes. My son, Matthias, please hold me while I do this. I wish not to die.
This one was fine.
We could honestly put it right back on, and I pull out the pistol, and I aim it at him. Your turn
Whoa,
next.
whoa,
Take
hey,
it off.
hey, come on.
I
Let's take it
literally
easy.
grab the gun and point it at the floor.
No. I resist. I put it right over.
I roll.
Just take the ring off. I will restore you whatever health points you lose, if you have the same effect.
Okay.
I can heal you from the. Hey, I can heal him from this distance. He is fine without the ring. Pull the bloody ring off.
I contest him. He's not pointing the gun at the friar. I will pin him to the ground if he resists.
Who?
You.
Sleight of
You.
hand. Sleight of hand from
What is
Ulamog.
wrong with you, Ulamak? Jeez.
What is wrong with you? You're
Damn.
pointing a gun at a lifelong best friend.
It is a 50-50 chance that it's
It's a 50-50
not him.
chance you kill a man who took care of you your entire life.
Oh,
Is that
There
nat
it is.
20?
Yep.
there it is.
I rolled low. I'm gonna use my luck here.
The nat 20.
I'm gonna take a step forward.
Okay.
Am I able to use the luck here?
If you'd like to.
It's a nat 20
I would
plus
like to.
3 for reference.
What do I need to beat? It's whatever the
23, I think.
luck
It's
is.
nat 20 plus 3.
No.
Oh, no, your luck,
my-
you have to roll lower than your luck.
I rolled a 10. My luck is a 12.
So you
That makes
succeed.
it a nat 20.
It becomes a
and
natural 20.
yeah.
What's your strength
and
at?
My strength is a
sleight of hand.
14. Oh, or sleight of hand. So athletics or sleight of hand.
Yeah.
I'm not challenging to take the gun. I'm challenging him to restrain him from aiming the gun.
My athletics is a plus
Same
5.
rolls.
I rolled a 25.
Yeah, same rules. I'm taking a step forward while they're having that scuffle.
If I
Okay.
if I lose the scuffle, I stand in front of the gun.
So two things are going to happen. All right, we're going to do it like this. Spike points the gun. Ulamog goes to push it away. Spike kind of comes back. Your guys' hands are kind of like stuck together. The friar in the front looks at Matthias and goes, I'd rather you boys not fight. And he pulls the ring off his finger, and that same decaying effect happens, and he starts to breathe heavily, like the friar from behind. And he goes, is this good enough for you now? And he puts it back on, and it undoes the effect.
I lower the gun.
I'm so confused. Wait a minute. One of you knows where it is. One of you knows for sure where it is. I pointed the one in front of me, the one that's been in here the whole time. Where do you think it is?
My child, I believe I've told you many a times. I don't know where on the grounds it is. I just know it's here.
I point behind me. Where do you think it is?
I hate to agree with myself, but he's kind of right.
Okay.
Here's the other thing. One of you is hostile towards us. The other is not. You may be deceiving us, but in your deception, you are hostile. So I can play this for a little bit. And we'll see who runs away first. And I start playing on my pipes of haunting. All creatures in the area that aren't hostile towards me automatically succeed on the saving throw. Creatures that are hostile towards me must make a DC 15. Yes,
Wow.
DC 15 Wisdom saving throw.
Clutch.
Do it once.
While that's happening, I'm going to look for something else in case it doesn't work. I did not prepare for this kind of
I
thing.
use my speak with animals to talk to them and ask them which one's the real one.
Hey, little squirrel, which one came in first?
Yeah.
It's a DC 15.
DC 15.
The
I
fake
mean,
one
just
passes.
tell me what happens.
He passes.
Oh, okay.
Neither of them seem to. Everybody's like, this is brilliant. And then everybody kind of looks at each other, and you play this song, and they all just kind of keep looking at each other.
All right, let's do it again. I've got 3 charges.
What kind of save is it?
DC 15 Wisdom.
Wisdom? Is there a way for me to give them disadvantage on the spell?
You were being hostile to me, Josh. Does that mean that you need to make
Do you
save?
have to run away? Kidding.
No, it's towards
I-
Barshoon. And I
I
stopped
mean,
being hostile as soon as you put the gun away.
He's an ally.
Yeah.
It's okay.
He's an
Wait,
ally.
yeah, does it
technically.
count as allies?
Who?
Well,
All
we
creatures
read-
that
we
aren't
know-
hostile towards you automatically succeed
towards
in
you
your-
specifically.
It does
Towards
say
me.
you.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would just be so.
Well, I was gonna
funny.
say
No.
then Spike would have to make one because he's hostile towards the Friar.
Yeah,
Ulamog would
Yeah.
have to make one, and Spike would have to
Yeah.
make another one.
We'd probably have to make
I
one if
dropped-
we're hostile. We're
I
not
want to make it clear.
Olbort would have to make one because he's an angry little owl.
Regardless, I
The
dropped
sword.
hostility as soon as he put the gun away.
Yeah, it's a joke.
Yeah.
All memes.
You guys
Um,
using these game terms like they're normal.
So you do have another pipes of haunting.
Yeah.
It has.
I already
so
rolled for. I
used
already
the
rolled.
second one. Does anything occur?
You play your song again, and everybody kind of looks at each other, and the Friar in the front says, "Barshoon, I understand you're musically talented, but I don't see what we're doing right now."
You shut up. You know exactly what I'm doing. I play it again. Jeez, dude.
I'll look at the one in front of me because I'm a little bit more suspicious of the one in front of me. Tell me how you met us. In detail.
I take the other one outside when he does this, so that way that he can't overhear the conversation.
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna start-
you're going to escort the one in the back outside alone.
Sure.
Okay.
I feel like someone should go with him.
By the way, he doesn't run. Neither of them do.
River, if you feel like that, you should probably go with him. I'm stepping forward to him. I'm saying, hey, how did we meet? In detail.
Oh, well, if I recall correctly, you were in trouble with a blowfish. And I believe there was soup involved,
What kind of soup?
which was warm and it was good. Because that is when Tyrone worked here. He made the best soup and the best bread. Obviously, you remember Tyrone, my son.
Which three of us? No, I can't take that back. Which four of us did you bring back to our mother?
It was 3.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
saying
Oh,
four.
okay. Oh, okay. I was like, wait.
I believe it was you, your troublemaker brother Spike, and the noisy musician Barshu. There's no reason to try to trick me, my son. I remember these things.
Friar, I've heard and I've seen of things or creatures that will take everything that you know and duplicate you perfectly. And I don't know how to differentiate
Who's outside?
I think myself and Ulamog.
Okay.
Yeah, River and
Ulamog.
Ulamog.
Okay. Continue. I'm sorry.
If we can't prove which one is you, then you get a chance to prove that he's not you.
I don't specifically understand what you're saying to me, boy.
One of you is true. One of you is real.
Oh,
One
well,
of you is you.
Yes.
Prove to me that you are you, and he is not.
Ulamog and River.
Mhm.
I'm gonna send you something on Facebook.
Okay.
Okay.
Once the conversation with Abby Fryer has finished, or has gotten to the where the questions were asked.
We
I'm
can
gonna-
call him. We can call him Friar 2. And the other one's
2,
Friar
okay,
1.
because we met him the first.
Or is
okay.
it Friar 1 inside and Friar 2 outside? Who
God,
knows? I
hate
can't tell you.
Stop. Once
Or
the conversation with
I
Friar
mean,
2 got to
the
point where the
even
questions
better
were asked,
question.
Arshun
yeah,
is going to scamper outside and to ask it with the intent of asking the same questions to
okay.
Friar
I
1.
mean, even a better ultimatum. This is Friar 1 and Friar 3.
I'm Friar 2.
Okay, so he first hold on. Pause.
Oh no.
He's gonna respond and he's gonna say, "Son, I don't know how I'm to prove myself to you. There has to be something you can think of. We've talked for numerous hours of our lives."
It doesn't matter because it could be that he has every memory that you have.
I made a bird that could sense people's thoughts. I know that there's a type of magic that can do that, so whatever thing you're thinking on the surface memory of your dome, he could easily just be reading it without you knowing.
He could just project. I don't know how it works. Okay. How did you end up in here and him end up out there? How did this place end up on fire?
I told you, my boy, I had a ward at the door and he triggered it and it pushed him outside. The fire was because he was throwing balls of flame onto the roof of my abbey.
But it could have just as easily. Actually, no. How does he twist it into the same story? I'm gonna yell at Barshun. Barshun, ask this one first. How did this happen, specifically?
Okay.
We're gonna wait. Right here.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm gonna finish this conversation because it's happening while this was happening.
Yeah.
So give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
Could I possibly look around the house to sort of see a potential source of the flame? If it means I take a peek into the kitchen where the flames are bigger, I will.
If he's not a fiend, then what is he? It would make sense that he's either a devil or a demon, and both are fiends. Then how is he not a fiend?
Dragon?
He could be a dragon.
Half
I don't
dragon.
know why he'd
Those
be.
exist.
Can I roll
don't
another
know why
insight check
either.
on this friar? I haven't rolled an insight check on this friar yet. Can I do so?
Yeah.
It's got to be some sort of.
It's a
Jordan.
natural 20.
I don't know who Jordan is.
Oh, okay. I'm talking out of character.
Okay.
Jordan, does divine sense include aberrations?
does
No.
Okay.
No,
I don't-
celestial
then it could
fiend
just-
or
It could
something.
just as easily be a shapeshifter, and be
Mhm.
something like that.
Yeah, it could be.
Celestial fiend, not dead.
Be a
But it can't
changeling.
be. But it can't be a fiend shapeshifter like we saw
Nope.
at the temple.
No.
It's gonna be something different.
Scale 1 to 10. How do I believe that with my nat 20 insight?
Yeah, it would have.
It's so confusing.
8.
I'm gonna look at my notes.
Oh.
Hold on.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute.
Do
Okay, I have
are-
a move. I think.
Do you have a move?
I think I have a move to make.
Do you want to message about it? Because I think I'm on the same page.
I'm just gonna do it. 'cause
Okay.
Everyone's gonna see it.
That's fine. Do it.
I think
But I don't know if Trevor has any other stuff he wants to convey.
there is a what are the lesser demons called? The 5 of them.
Lords of Ash.
The Lords of Ash. I think there's a Lords of Ash. There's a Lord of Ash that could apply to the situation. Like, what if one? What
Door's
if there's
thunder.
a
Oh,
Lord
shoot.
Of Ash of Nightmare or the Endless Loop that may pertain to what we're experiencing right now?
I had
Maybe
them
this is
written
just a
down.
nightmare.
Malathar is the one of time. I believe Val Gultesh is the nightmare one because he was part of where the elves are, sort of way in the. Way
What
in the
about
east.
Belshazzar?
Belshazzar? Good question. I forget which
Is he
one
the
that
like?
is. That
He's
is.
not the lycanthropy one, right?
No, Belshazzar is the shadow itself.
The shadow?
Yeah,
Maybe this is
yeah,
considered a
Belshazzar is the
metaphor of the
shadow.
shadow?
yeah. Okay,
Maybe this is like a metaphor of the
but
shadow.
he's
and it's
either
just the shadow
still
of
at
himself?
Flamekeep or within the Heresy Lantern.
Joey, you
Yep.
said you had an action you want to take.
Yeah, it's either gonna work or it's gonna make me look real stupid. But that's all right.
That's all right. I've done that this whole time.
Let me see. I don't
What if
think
this is Doorstone?
this. Let me see. Okay, I'm just gonna do it and I'll clean up afterwards. I look
Yeah.
at into the friar's eyes like one more time, like just trying to gauge him real quick, and then I walk back into the chapel, point my hands at the hopefully liar friar, and cast a spell at him, specifically dispel magic, which instantly destroys any 3rd level or lower spells, I believe.
Mhm.
And then I shout at him, "What's my name?" I don't think we've said my name yet since we've been in here. If we have, I would like to change my question, but I
We
don't
haven't.
think we
Don't
have.
think anybody has said it to you.
Okay.
I haven't said
Yeah,
no.
I was pretty sure not. Also, though, if this is some like crazy demon thing, it might just be an innate ability and not a spell technically.
Mm-hmm. He responds with, "River, obviously you've eaten at my table, son."
My bad. And I
He then says, Don't you know, my boy? We've talked so often. I love all of you so dearly. I would very easily die for any of you. But if that's what this comes to, then so be it.
Well, yeah, we saw with the ring you can very easily die. That's not up for question.
why
Sounds
did you
talking in
why are
third
you bringing
person.
that up?
Because this has to end at some point, doesn't it?
Uh,
I'll be
okay. No, you were not. Thank you.
I'll be right back.
I would say, River, do you tell me what just happened?
Okay, so I'll tell him. Okay, so I thought
Okay.
it was just a basic spell, and it wasn't a basic spell.
Yeah.
This is what I'm wizard.
1 second, Trevor's typing, and then I have an idea.
I have another idea.
Okay.
I don't have any spell for this.
I don't have any
Josh.
spells. I just have an idea.
Do you remember when we were looking at spells I could have prepared for today, and I was like, you know what? Zone of Truth would be a really good
No.
one to grab, and you were like, nah, you're paladin. You should probably put it into that smite or something along those lines. I was like,
And then
oh
I didn't
yeah,
take
you're
it
right. You're
today.
probably right. We
I
just-
didn't take it today.
Yeah.
I cast the Zone of Truth! Okay. River, you walk back outside after he says
No
that.
way,
Are you
I
guys
would've
inside
known.
doing anything?
Okay. So
Yeah. I wanted, if I could take the conch shell, and I just want to whisper into it. I know you're probably listening. I know you know the situation. We're so confused. I need your direction here. If you could help out in any way. And I just listen to the ocean in hopes.
You hear the ocean.
I'm running out of bag of tricks, so.
Trevor, I say that. I escort him inside. I put them both in front of the monument, and I ask the brothers to stand behind me.
Oh dang, this is more extreme than my idea.
After River tells me what just happened inside,
Yeah.
I put them both side by side. I hold out my hand with my brothers behind me. If you truly mean it, give me your ring.
Ulamok, what are you doing?
Matthias, I need you to trust me. If the real one would truly die for us, I need the real one to prove it, and the fake one to show himself, so I may bring justice upon Friar Francis.
The fake one's just gonna wait till he's dead. The fake
The
one's
real
gonna
Friar
live.
Francis.
The Friar's going to die.
It's not ideal. I know, Matthias, but the real one would know the risk and the cost and the necessity.
I'm gonna put my hand on your shoulder. I feel like this might have worked if you hadn't told them that this was the way that they were gonna prove that they were
Either no,
the real
no.
one.
Listen, it doesn't matter if they know if it's a test, because
But
either
I think
one proves that he's fake, or they both die.
Friar 1. Which four of us did you take when you met us first?
That's not gonna work.
No.
I need brothers. I know.
We haven't even tried to ask the same questions yet. Well, he was outside. Friar number 1, which four of us did you take when you met us first?
Four. There was a squid, yes. And there was an angry fish, yes. And there was a crossbow. Someone was in trouble. So obviously Spike.
He's wrong. It was actually Matthias this time.
Yes.
It was his fault, you're right. But
He
you were
would-
still
He
there.
would say that. I remember Spike. I remember our coming to the Abbey. And I remember eating dinner and having soup. Is this a trick question?
No, I'm asking when you met us, you took four of us back to
Our mother.
out of trouble.
I simply.
Which four? Spike was one.
I don't think there were four. But Matthias, did we talk about this when you visited last week?
Did I visit last week?
You did. Session 1.
Okay. Oh, man, it's only been a week. Holy cow.
Dang it, is it mine?
Wait a minute. 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 I think it's number 2. I think it's number 2. I'll tell you why I think it's number 2. I think it's number 2 because number 1 is struggling with the details because he actually is hard of remembering, and number 2 is feeding off of the memories of number 1, so he actually knows what happened. And number 1 is just trying to remember because he truly is trying to remember. I think it's number 2.
It's a good deduction, Matthias, and I would agree with you.
I'm down for it. I pull up my gun again.
I was about to say, like, I feel like
I point it
Right
point it
back
at
to
him.
square one.
Yeah. Right.
With tears in my eyes, I look at Father Francis. I say, I believe you, but I need you to prove it.
Father Francis 2, as we're calling him,
Run outside.
says, or he's attempting to trick you. That is also an option, my son.
Then prove it.
You want me to take my ring off?
I want both of you to take your ring off. And either both of you die, or the fake one shows his true character, and he tries to live.
Well, Lamar, I'm being completely honest. I'm holding the gun to one of their heads, and
What?
that is a stupid way to do
Shoot.
this.
Parshun,
Yeah.
why'd you go outside?
I just grabbed something and I run back inside.
What'd you grab?
It just a thing off of the ground that I assume is like adjacent to the property. Because I need it for a spell. So this is going to be very anticlimactic, but if you can give me like 20 minutes.
What are you thinking?
I've got a handful of dirt, which is great. Because these two just need to be willing subjects of my spell. I don't really want to expend the energy to cast it all immediately, which I could do,
You
clearly.
could just really do it. This is kind of a very tense moment, Barshun.
Yeah, then let's just chill
While
for like 20
Barshun's
minutes.
explaining this and Ulamak has his hand out, you feel something fall into your hand. and Friar 1's hand is above yours, and his ring is in it, and right behind it is Friar 2. And you watch as they both begin to arms decay and heavy breathing.
Put the rings back on their hands. God.
What if they're both real?
Yeah, that's a
That's
possibility
wild.
as well. So just let me do my thing for like 20 minutes, then they'll be out and we'll be able to do what we need here. Put
The
the
more
rings
the
back on, guys.
More the weapons. I put the gun in the other
I-
hand and a
I'm-
sword and just.
Ulamok has both rings in his hands. As you all are talking among yourselves, one looks at you and says, I told you I would do this. And 2 goes, and he meant it. And he grabs Friar 2 by the back of the collar and throws him against the wall. And he takes a step in front of him. And he says, the lich's curse is about 18 minutes until it's fully through and he's dead. At about 7, he loses brain function. We're going to make a deal, and you can have him, and I will leave.
Wait, who's doing
Friar
this?
2 is standing up.
Friar 2.
Freaking knew it, dude!
You're the only one who caught
Freaking knew
on to it.
Can
You're
I?
the only one who caught on to it.
Okay.
Oh,
pretty
I knew it!
It's not that I
was-
didn't believe him. It's not that I didn't believe
I'm
him.
gonna say. I'm not gonna say that when he was outside. He literally told you he's reading my thoughts.
Yes,
He
I know.
literally said it to you.
Yes,
Yeah.
And I was pretty sure I believed him, but also we've been dealing with a lot of freaky stuff, which is why I was going to take fire.
We were second guessing everything.
Different types of pies.
I'm
and
so
then go back
smart,
to
dude.
pie
I'm
and
so
fire number
smart.
2.
I'm
so
so
great.
freaking
So
smart.
so Josh,
so great.
Josh, I was on the same page as you. I was on the same page as what was happening, but it needed to be proven. Otherwise, we had
Yeah,
no
I
actual
mean,
actual thing to
yeah.
act on.
We could have just shot him, but that would have been way too.
Well,
yeah.
You
So-
could have given me 20 minutes and I would have put them both under.
I have
I had already said my thing.
All right,
It
all right,
wasn't.
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
I have the gun out. As soon as he throws him, can I just take the shot?
Take a shot.
Yeah, I was just sitting there waiting for the right one to show their face.
Yeah.
That's going to be a 15 on the shot. And right afterwards, I'm going to swing with my sword.
I also have an action if.
Okay.
If that's
Well, hold on. You're not all gonna get a surprise round. Here.
I'm
You know
aware.
what you don't
I'm
all
aware.
get to attack this guy randomly.
No.
You're
I'm
in
not trying to
combat,
attack.
And he knows you're
Attack
here.
animals.
You take your shot, and it hits the friar right in the chest, right? And then from where your shot is, his cloak begins to morph, and he slowly turns into a black panther, with this luscious black skin and reverse hands, and he's wearing this almost like ceremonial looking like chest plate, and almost like a skirt dress. And he has a scimitar on his back. And he completely
He's a druid, and
shapeshifts.
it's the only weapon that he can use.
Yep, he's a druid. He completely
man.
shapeshifts
Never
into this
trust
to this form. What would be his true form? You've only seen one of them before, and it was dead. And he says, he brushes his chest. As you can see, there's no damage to his armor, and he says, "My name is Soro Diaz. I am a servant of Dorostaden. We can fight now if you'd like. Your friar will die, and so will 2 of you. You will probably kill me in the process, but I'm willing to do that. Or we can make a deal."
Have we
What's the
heard
deal?
that name before?
You have not heard Soro Diaz before.
I swear to God, I have. Sounds real familiar.
All right.
Okay.
While this is starting, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. So I'll be right
Okay.
back.
I'm going to do the same exact things.
I thought
Okay.
They are, but they're completely resistant to detect magic. They can put off whatever- They can put off whatever aura they prefer. Also, they're completely almost immune to any type of like charming magic.
Mhm.
If it's I'm not gonna tell you the complete.
Yeah,
stat
yeah,
list,
yeah,
but
yeah.
Bards.
Yeah.
They're
Dude.
very okay. I mean,
Woo.
I'm not gonna tell you his CR either, but
No, yeah.
yeah, they are
I forgot
a
about that.
they are
I
a
forgot
fiend
about that.
creature, but
Yeah.
they're extremely they're known for essentially being invisible among everything else. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. We'll continue.
All right.
More than one? Golly,
Frickin-
dude.
Leave it to the bard to have the long-term resolution, while everyone else gets so upset that you force someone to be at risk of death.
Hey,
Gosh
Perfect.
dang it!
I was
I had a
against
half-hour
Rim thing.
plan.
I figured it out. I'll tell you what. I mean, I know Ulamog had his plan, but I figured it out. All right.
Ulamog, dude, I hate him.
I figured it out, dude. I'm so smart. I'm so smart. Oh my gosh.
If
Such
Friar
a
dies,
lovely
it's
little
completely
fire.
Ulamog's fault. Oh, and also Tyler dying is. We'll leave that on Ulamog as well.
Yeah,
I think everyone dying can just be
I'm
Ulamog's
down.
fault from
I'm
here on
down.
out.
Yeah, that works.
all in favor, say aye.
I.
Aye. Okay. Good. Okay. Hey, Matthias, he just
Yeah,
passed
what's
your
up?
body. He passed your body count.
I did.
Oh.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We're probably not gonna. Yeah, we're not gonna fight. Okay. Yeah, he wants to make a deal. What? What kind of deal though? Why is he here? Oh man, bunch of freaking Rakshasa piece of garbage. What did he say his name was?
Soro
Soro.
Diaz.
Dono Diaz.
Soro.
I've heard that name before. Soro Diaz.
Because it's
Or
a
DS.
D&D canon name, I'm pretty sure.
Hey, Josh, just so you know, we made the vote, and you're out of the family.
Thank God.
Pretty sure that's not how that works.
That was not the vote.
That was not the vote.
Hey,
Well, I mean,
The
it
that
vote
was entirely the vote.
The
That's
vote
what I took from it.
was. I'm so smart, dude.
You are.
I'm so smart. smart.
I will say this, because I was muted when I did say it. Josh, you've heard that name because I'm 90% sure I've heard that name too, and it's a D&D canon name. It's like a D&D lore thing.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Because
I've heard
you're
it.
right. It is recognizable. Like
Dodo Storin? Sordo
Sordo DS.
Sordo DS. Oh, dude, I've heard that.
That's what I'm saying. Like Dora Storin was one that I recognized right off the bat.
Sordo,
But Diaz, like I'm trying to remember.
Sordo DS.
I have to brush up on my D&D lore.
Man, it sounds so familiar. Okay.
That being said, stream. Thanks for hanging out because I know you guys have been here for most of it.
What deal could he possibly want to make? It has to be about the sword.
One that involves
I
me
feel
killing
like it
him.
is.
Yet the only way he leaves is with the sword.
Absolutely.
I just know that there is a threat on my life, and I don't know if I like that.
All I know is I'm sorry that I had to prove that you were right, Josh. But I had to prove that you were right because I believe
I
you.
had a perfectly fine way to
Screw
prove it.
bards and screw paladins and screw
Matt, I want you to let you know
name's Sword
I
Diaz.
didn't do anything else. Literally, they acted upon you while you were talking after I had already said something.
But, I mean,
You
that's
demanded
fair.
the rings from
that's
them,
true.
and they
That's
complied.
true.
I want to put. So what was happening with Josh and Joey? The friar was writing outside with his staff in the dirt, and he kept telling them, "Do you remember the day we met? It was beautiful. I love you boys, and I would die for you." That corresponded when he said, "I would die for you." The one inside started saying the same thing because he was reading his thoughts.
Really?
Which is why I wanted
Yeah,
to make him think
and-
about
Wow.
pies.
Joey,
It was a pie
like,
plan.
yeah, Joey figured it out.
Joey
but
figured it out.
What he
Josh
was
figured it out.
what he was writing, like in the ground, was he wrote the word thought and then he wrote the word reading, and he was attempting to keep those words out of his mind while talking to you guys. So he was talking to you about the day you met.
Yep.
So that's what was happening on the other side. Okay. So yeah, it's the 5 of you, the friar who has about 5 minutes, and Soro Diaz.
That much time has passed? We were given 20 minutes.
17
17.
Oh, 17.
to kill him.
And
He
7
said
minutes.
at 5, his mind shuts off essentially. Then
Okay.
he slowly
7.
decays to death.
Okay. I was like, okay. That's fine.
Yeah. So
What's the deal?
what's the deal? Just say it.
My master wants Dawnbringer. It is not in my best interest to die here.
We don't have-
Dawnbringer has a gem with it. I will trade you. I take the gem. You can have the blade. As long as I bring something back, you won't kill me.
We don't have the sword.
We all know it's in this room. I can feel its radiance above me.
Even if it's here, we don't know how to get it.
That's my offer.
So hold on. Either we wait, he dies, we have no more reason to deal with you, so we fight.
We
Or
fight. And like I said, you'll kill me. And I
Or
will
we
kill
c-
two of you.
we give you what you want. And then you leave, which is not in our interest, but we get to save the friar. Or we kill you soon enough now, and we save the friar, and we keep what we want. So, heat metal,
On what?
his armor.
He's wearing ceremonial garb.
He's got a
He
sword.
doesn't wear metal armor. He has a sword on his back. But he's not wearing plate mail or chainmail. He's wearing more
Okay.
it's more like a cloth than anything else.
Okay, I thought you said armor. Well,
Yeah. Okay, I did use the word armor when
no.
But it's not
when
plate like
Jordan hit him. Yeah, but it's more like
Okay.
padded, I
not
guess.
It's
metallic.
it's
Yeah,
more like
yeah,
magical
yeah.
pattern.
leatherish.
Yeah.
I should have said more like breastplate. Well, not a breastplate. It's not a plate. It's
Leather.
yeah. It's like
Yeah,
patch armor.
Yeah.
Or hide.
It's
Yeah.
plastic.
So,
Yeah.
It's
Well,
really
it's
hard
fabric.
plastic.
It's like conditioned fabric essentially.
question,
Kevlar.
just so I could
D&D
get a
Kevlar.
lay of the room. So he's in front of us.
Mhm.
Took the shot. Bullet fell to the ground. At the very back of the room, against the wall, is the true friar,
Yep.
Mhm.
and the ring is on the floor in front of him,
In
or
my
the
hands.
guy.
They're both
It's
in
in his
Ulamog's
ha-
hands.
They're both in Nulak's hands.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay. So, instead of heat metal, since there's no metal to heat, let's just do a good old-fashioned blindness. Constitution 15.
Oh, that's good.
It's better than all my other wisdom ones.
As soon as something happens,
Oh.
if anything happens in the offensive, Spike's just gonna go for it.
What's the save? It's Constitution.
15, yeah.
Can I?
Okay. And what does blindness look like when you cast it?
Ah. Oh, that's right. I haven't really ever let go of the pipe, so I just do a.
Discord cut all of
Dun,
that
dun.
out.
Dang it!
We just saw you going.
Big sad.
Do 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 do.
Appropriate. Do
And
I
that is
see
it. On the now no longer magically charged, but still functioning as pipes.
Do I see the magic effect happen?
Yeah,
He
that's what
doesn't.
I was asking is what does the effect look like?
Oh, physically?
Yeah, give me a description.
On the target.
Mhm.
I think it would just look like natural blindness on the target. A film of white would go over the eyes.
Okay.
I don't think it would be anything particularly flashier than that. I
Yeah.
think if anything at all, the only signifier would be as if it was naturally blind.
What were you trying to say, Josh?
I was just gonna say if I see that spell take effect, I want to move towards Ulamog.
I was gonna prepare an action as well.
Okay. You play your song, and this almost like chrysalis starts to form on his eyes.
Mhm.
And he takes his paw and he wipes it against his eyes and he throws it off. And he's like, after all of the spells you cast, you think one more would affect me. I again implore you. We don't have to die here.
Brothers, time is running out.
Yes, it is, and I hate to be the utilitarian one, but all we needed him for was where Dawnbringer was. So if we've got that, I see no reason to sacrifice to keep him alive.
Wait,
From
the-
what I'm looking at,
The
Oh.
Friar. Sacrifice to keep the Friar alive.
We'll keep this going. It's a bonus prize if you make your choice quick enough. If you don't and he dies, I'm still going to get what I want. So you can get it down and give it to me now. Or you can get it after he's dead. And it looks like 2 minutes until mind function stops. And you can see on the friar this necromantic, almost like vines under his skin,
Are
kind of
his
going up his arm and into his chest, and you can start to see it grow across his face.
are his hands visible and within a reasonable position?
What are you asking me?
I'm asking,
He can
is
put the
there, is
ring
there a
down.
way that I can...
Yeah, if you could put, you'd have to get past this guy to put the ring on it. That's fine. If
No.
you want to walk
can,
into his
can I make
face,
a
then that's fine.
can I make a weapon attack with the ring to throw it onto one of his fingers?
No. You can't do that in real life. Like,
I
This
do
isn't
have a
real life.
question.
It was worth
This
a
is-
shot.
this is- Shout question. Can I? How far away is he from me right now? The real friar.
Yeah.
fire, he's I would say 10 feet behind Soro Diaz, and I would say you guys are 10 feet in front of Soro Diaz.
20 feet.
Okay. I'm gonna use my action. I'm okay. I'd like to say I'm gonna grab the ring, the real ring, because I assume the illusion one would fade away. And I'm gonna grab the real ring from Ulamak's hand. And I'm gonna say, we should make a deal. That's a smart move.
Ulamak only has one ring in his hand now. The other one actually fades away when he shapeshifts out of that form.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I-
take the real one.
Yeah, I give it to him.
I'm gonna use my action to kind of say, while we make a deal, just to make sure. And a little gray thread is gonna go from me to the friar to Ulamak. I'm gonna cast Embolden Bond on him, on all three of us. And then I'm gonna step back 5 feet. I'm gonna look at Spike. I'm gonna point at the friar. I say fire. I yell it.
No, Friar.
Yeah, I say friar. I point at the friar. Good lord. I point at the friar and I say fire.
Enough for me, and I pull out my gun and I shoot.
Okay. I'm gonna use my new ability, Protective Bond, to where if an emboldening bond person is about to take damage, I can teleport to an unoccupied space within 5 feet of him and take the damage myself. When I
Nice.
teleport, I'm gonna put the ring on his finger.
So roll to hit first, obviously.
And as soon as that happens, I'm going to use a action to restrain the panther dude from turning around.
I assume you take off your concentration.
I'm gonna let you think about that.
What?
I'm going to let you think about that. I'm not gonna say I warned you twice already, but I'm going to let you think about what you're saying.
No, the emboldening bond will go
What
off
did you
of
get, Jordan?
So you wouldn't get a D4 on this.
I wouldn't. Okay.
No. so it can't go to the
That'll
D4.
be a 22 to hit.
Oh, that's a hit. Yeah, that's definitely a hit.
All right. I teleport. I put the ring
Mhm.
Um.
And you take.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I
How
am
much
so.
damage do I take?
I
Tell me.
am so sorry, Josh. You take
It's okay. It's worth it.
12 damage.
Ooh.
Okay. That's fine.
I
Alright.
almost rolled max on it.
So you
And I
teleport next to
swiped!
him.
No, I'm
you,
just kidding.
You teleport next to him, kneel down, and put the ring right onto his finger. And when you do, it glows with like this bright yellow and orange glow, and it starts to, you see as those vines that were like growing under his skin start to recede and draw back into the glow of the ring. And it's not instantaneous, but you can see it as it's pulling down like his neck, down his shoulder. And Soro Diaz actually like claps. That was interesting. Now, you have your friar back. What about our deal?
At this point, because we haven't had a chance to communicate it, I'm gonna cast Locate Object 2.
No, we know where it is.
Well, I don't-
He even
No
listen. Soro Diaz told you before your brothers did. He told you where it was. He
Wait,
said
did
he felt the radiant energy from above him.
Yeah. But he didn't like specifically.
He didn't
say.
simply say, "You can now tell it's inside the stained glass."
Okay. All right. Cool. Like that. Okay. See, now I can do a crazy plan at some point potentially.
At some point potentially.
It's a dumb idea.
I look past him to Matthias for confirmation, and I'm
Of what?
of deal or no deal.
I'm just gonna point him. I'm just gonna point at my wrist. Take
Like
that as
five.
you will.
I don't know how to take that.
Can I roll an insight check to decipher what Josh just did?
Yeah.
So the thing, that didn't help.
Gonna nudge toward his arm, slowly receding. Point at my wrist again.
If you know where it is, why don't you just take it yourself?
We've already been over this.
Have we?
Yes.
No,
Have we?
you
If
went
I
over the
attempt
whole
to take-
hostage
If
situation.
I go to take the blade, you will fight. I will die here, and I will take two of you at least with me. So I've given you an ultimatum. We can all leave here alive. It is not within my best interest to die in an abbey for no reason. But if I return to my master empty-handed with nothing, then I will die at his mercy. So you can choose, because my patience is running dry. Give me the stone within the sword. Keep the sword for yourself, and be the miserable children you still are. Or two of you die at my hand now.
How close is the withering to being done?
I'd give it probably like another minute.
Okay. You know, we've killed one of you before.
Many have. You
none
probably
of us
killed a
died.
youngling.
Does this guy look buffer?
Yes, he
Okay.
looks bigger.
Mm.
His
Alright.
sword is longer. We'll put it that way.
Does he have more health
Then the
bars?
scimitar.
Yeah. When you walk up to him like in Dark Souls, his
Yeah,
bar goes.
question He's got a question mark where
It
his
goes
skull
on
would
to
be.
like the second.
Yeah. Yep.
Like,
And then
level.
when you get to like a third, he goes ah, and it fills back up, and he takes on second phase.
Mm,
Yeah,
yes.
and that's when he manifests the second scimitar he has, and now he gets a
Yep.
spin attack. Third phase is when he bursts
Oh!
open, and there's a bunch of hands coming out of his chest for some reason. We won't talk about it. We don't really know why, but they're there.
When's Kirito gonna show up? Let's see. Fine. I'm going to,
Are you just trying to stall? Is that what you're going for?
in a way,
Okay.
I'm going to what do I got? What do I got? I'm gonna
I mean, I
take
can
my
cast speak words.
I'm gonna take one of my torches. And I'm going to chuck it at the stained glass.
Can I?
I don't know
Hmm.
what it's gonna do.
Yeah,
I have no idea what
get.
it's gonna do.
Why
I have a
why don't you
more-
roll me an attack roll to see if
Can
you
I-
hit it? Let's go
Can
there
I try
first.
to
Sure.
make eye contact with you and like motion you to not do that as I see your arm like
What
just like
time
you're
of
eyeing it? I have a very similar plan, but one that doesn't drop the sword on the bad guy's head.
I mean, is
Hopefully.
the stained glass like straight or is it like curved or what? Like
Is
it's
it
it's a
oriented
straight window.
vertically?
Yes.
Straight window. It's
Okay.
not like a
Da-da,
curved
ba-da,
or an
ba-da.
No,
ornate
no.
ceiling.
Is it like this, or is it like this, or is it like this?
Is
the
it like-
question.
I literally. Voodoo.
Not
Voodoo.
the
Okay,
shape.
that doesn't
Not
tell
the
him what he
shape.
wants
I'm
to
saying, is it
know.
on a straight wall? Is it on a curved wall? Is it on the ceiling? Is it? Where is
Oh.
the stained glass placed?
It's
I'm
at
talking about this or
Oh,
this.
Or this.
We're talking about this.
Okay, first off, you said, is the stained glass curved? Not what part of the wall is it on?
I tried to. That's what I meant.
It would be towards.
Is it
it would be
curved, you know?
towards the top of that wall. So if that wall is.
But is
it-
the wall straight?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not
Also-
like so. It's so if the window were to crumble, it wouldn't fall on him. It would just go
No,
down.
because he's 10
the
feet
back wall.
away from the wall.
Exactly.
Also,
Yeah.
ignore my plan because I forgot that I can't turn into flying creatures yet. I was gonna just fly through the stained glass and like grab it in my owl talons, but
I'm
Owl
chucking the
talent.
torch.
I can't do that anymore. Well, yet.
Okay.
I rolled. What is it? Plus strength. Right.
Yeah.
15 minus 1 is 14.
Yeah, no, your torch hits it. Stained glass is pretty strong, but I'll say you crack it. It's been there for a while.
Oh, sorry, it didn't work.
Is that what you wanted?
I mean, I'm putting forth effort to do what he wants, quote unquote.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm not the strongest, as you can probably see.
Well, your sibling is holding a firearm. He might as well shoot the glass out. Listen,
He's got very expensive bullets.
listen.
You have to
We're
understand.
gonna have this talk one more time. Okay, and then if you don't do what I ask, I'm going to attack one of you, and that will be the first one to die here. And I'll sweeten my end of the pot. Get down the sword. Give me the crystal inside of it. I will also give you the location of the keymaker. I happen to know where he's being kept. Like I said, I don't want to die here.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Why are you so worried about why are you so willing to give us any part of a good thing here?
I
Because he
wouldn't
knows where it is.
say knowing where the keymaker is a good thing.
But keeping the
I
sword,
would say it's, well, a sword without its energy is what? You have half and I have. And again, I have my own motives in this whole thing.
I proceed to.
Wait. No. Do
So
do
that
what
we
you wanna
understand
do.
the stakes,
Do what you want to do, Josh.
why do you want the crystal? Or why does your master
So
want
that we don't have the sword,
The
full sword.
there you go.
I'm assuming, but I want to. Okay.
why doesn't he just want the sword instead of the crystal?
I'll take the sword half then, and you can have the crystal. I don't care. I just thought a dragon crystal's a little more valuable than a dead sword.
Okay.
Are we making this deal? I'm gesturing to the brothers for approval.
How close is
Yeah,
the fire at
I
this
kind
point?
of forgot that that's my sword.
He called me pathetic.
You are.
Oh no, miserable.
I
How
mean,
close is the fire at
yes,
this
you're
point?
that as well.
How
Maybe
close-
one day,
how
Josh,
close is
repeat
the-
yourself.
after this is over, we'll meet again. You can cast a spell that hits me.
Shatter, shatter, shatter. Screw this dude. Second level shatter. Constitution 15.
All right.
He
How
passes.
close? How
Oh,
What are you casting
wait,
it on?
wait.
Him?
Does it affect
shatter
everything
is
in an
a
area?
AoE. Yeah,
Yeah,
shatter's an
10
AoE.
foot.
So
Is he tall enough that he's close to the?
I mean,
'Cause if you-
it's not far, but I wouldn't
'Cause I-
say
I
it would
can't
affect
fly.
that. It would blow everything away from him.
But I could hop.
All right, he will take half of this roll, which eventually pops up, he will take 12. I believe it's thunder damage.
Yeah, darn damage. How close is the friar?
More than 10 feet away because he's back at the wall.
No,
Not
to
talking about
being
proximity.
regenerated.
With this conversation going on, it's done.
Okay.
It's returned into his hand. He's definitely in like an exhausted, weakened state. He hasn't really spoken to you. But his breathing returned to normal.
Question: Is
You
there
miserable sack of thermal.
any sort of darkness
He
over?
brushes his
Ryan?
shoulder. I think you made dust appear. What were you saying?
Is there any sort of darkness over by him?
Darkness? It's like shadow?
Yeah.
Um,
By the friar,
are the friar? The real friar?
the real one.
I would say not, what's
Just
it
needs
called?
to be 5 feet.
Yeah, but I don't think there would be like condensed darkness. It is getting dark because it'd be, well, no, it wouldn't be. You guys left in the morning. Takes 2 hours. It's probably about noon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not to mention there are still parts of this building that are on fire.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna bend down to the
item.
I'm gonna
at
bend
all.
down to the friar.
Okay.
Is he awake?
Yeah, for the most part, he's breathing.
I'm gonna whisper. Friar. We need to take the sword and go. Can you banish him?
He's going to reply with, my son, I would be lucky enough to grasp my amulet currently. And he lets out like a deep breath, and he says, I'm sorry.
I fetch the sword.
Okay, how are you getting to it?
Well, I walk past the panther dude. I'm going. How close is the statue to the wall in comparison?
Like the monument?
Yeah.
It's essentially built into the wall.
So
Like
the
if
sword's
you-
like
if
above
you-
it.
Yeah.
I climb up the statue.
Okay. So the glass is like you climb up the statue and pull yourself up to the.
Yeah.
Okay, so give me acrobatics check then, or yeah, acrobatics. Sorry.
Acrobatics. It's going to be a 16 plus 1, 17.
Okay, so you climb up to the windowsill.
Mhm.
The glass in front of you is cracked, not shattered. So you have to break it however you seem fit.
Best way to do that is
What are you doing?
making a risky deal. And I'm going to straight up take the back. I'm going to take the back end of like my battle axe and I'm going to kind of just try to break it.
All right, I'm gonna prepare a thing.
Sure.
I'll type it to you.
So you smash the glass pretty easily. Obviously, it's glass. And within it is Dawnbringer.
Okay.
On essentially a pedestal that's holding it in place. Dawnbringer's hilt is long enough to be two-handed, and as you get to the hilt, there is a purple gem embedded into the center of it. It almost floats there freely. And the sides of the guard float in 3 tiers, like 1, 2, 3 on their own. No, where did you send that?
I mean, I'm just gonna do it. It was kind of like if something happens, I'm gonna.
Okay.
But it kind of just happened. Yeah, I turn into a giant frog and jump up onto the windowsill.
Okay.
I expend one of my wild shapes.
Okay.
Because this isn't your sword. Yeah, no, I turn back into a human. This isn't yours to give.
Telling me that?
Yeah.
Also, you're an absolute idiot for making a deal with literal evil. I shout up to the windowsill.
We don't
What
get
the
to
hell
choose.
is wrong with all of you?
We don't get to choose our origins, kid. Sorry,
Reach
you
into
got.
the-
Sorry, you got born a tiefling. You should learn how to talk.
Preach into the choir in the chapel, no less. Chatter again.
I-
Screw
Give us
this
a minute.
guy thoroughly.
I grab the sword and I climb down.
What's the
No,
DC to say?
if you go to grab the sword, I'm going to grab
Hey.
the sword.
He
No,
again dusts his shoulder.
I
Like, you have
Okay,
no
this time's
right
probably
whatsoever.
less damage.
We have a cleric who maybe has some right, and we have the guy who has been
I-
talking to the guy who owns this sword for the past year, who just told you this whole dream
I'm aware.
where this dude told me to find the sword.
I'm aware.
Okay.
I need. Okay. Without metagaming.
Yeah.
I need you guys to note it. Ulamok's expression is not one of pride. He is not grabbing this in a rush. He is not grabbing this aggressively. He's not grabbing this because he wants to. He has a very pale, blank emotion on his face that you guys have probably never seen before, and he's a gray orc.
Yeah, we're
He's-
acting.
Okay, well that looks
because we
like
don't-
to me like you're just bowing
Yeah.
over to this guy's
It
demands,
looks like you're
and
gonna
I'm
give
not
him the
having it.
sword.
Yeah, that would be. I want you to understand though that would be completely
yeah.
contrary to Ulamok's character. So you are seeing an action that is out of the norm, and you would not.
Yeah. That's where
I-
we're trying to stop you. I understand where you're coming from, but we're
No,
but
No,
this-
I'm trying to explain something without metagaming, but it's fine. I turn around as I'm grabbing. I have one hand on the hilt,
Yeah. My
My-
hand's on the second part of the hilt because it's a big
And I-
sword. This isn't yours to give.
and I under my breath, with mostly just breath in my lips. I'm not giving it to him. Trust me. When have I ever lied to you? I need to buy time. He already knew it was here. All I'm doing is putting it in our possession so we can get Friar and the sword out.
You
Trust
guys are standing there for a really long time.
Wait, hey, give us a minute. We're
It's
trying
just,
to,
it's
we're
just,
trying to
we're just
decide.
having a moment. We're having a staring contest.
1 second. We'll be down in a minute.
I look at the hairy panther. They do this all the time, and it's freaking annoying. You should see them when they're in line to get food. I'm just trying to get food, and they're just staring there. They're just staring into just the vast unknown. It's
But my lips
I'm
are
sorry.
very clearly saying I'm not giving it to him. That's all I'm trying to say.
I'll trust you, but I can't let go of this.
The Panther sends back to Spike. Perhaps motivation will help them move faster. He turns, moves extremely quickly towards Matthias, and swings at him.
Okay.
What's your AC?
My eyes are not even on him. My eyes are on the friar. It's 18 with a shield, but I don't have it up. So 16.
So what is it without your shield? 16?
Yep.
Okay, so... Okay. So he hit twice.
Okay.
With the
Claws.
with claws. Okay.
Yeah, he turns, he swings 3 times at you with his claws. The first one scratches you across your shoulder, You kind of reel from it because you're noticing something's happening. The second one, he comes with like a stab and he hits into the wall behind you. And then he kind of takes that hand and he runs it across and rakes your chest for a total of 14 damage.
Can I retaliate?
Yes, because we're not technically in combat. I mean, now we would be.
I'm going to. I don't have a lot of. I don't have a lot of spells like this. I'm just gonna cast command. I'm gonna tell him to freeze.
He gets a saving throw against that. Correct.
Yes. Yep.
It's a
Wisdom
wisdom
sa-
saving
wisdom.
throw, and
Yep.
the CR is
16.
okay. So you cast command. However you do it, like whatever hand motions you're making, whatever. And you say freeze to him, and there's almost a gleam in his eye, and he says, "Bleed." And he goes to strike you again.
Okay.
That strike misses you and slashes into the monument next to you and breaks off a piece of that like silver flame statue.
I'm not standing idle by. I'm going into attack.
I'm about to say, like Spike.
Yeah, like
Spike's doing stuff.
I've been waiting with my sword out this whole time just to figure out what everyone's doing.
Yep.
But I mean, I don't know if you want to get into combat, so.
No, we can go into combat. That's fine. I mean, that's up to you guys.
Combat's gotten into
Listen,
us.
I'm going to
I would-
just place this out there.
Mhm.
Okay. He struck Matthias because he said you're not moving fast enough.
Yeah.
He's not saying let's all fight right now.
Yep.
You're still at a point where you can work with this guy.
I'm.
But this is literally his last straw. Matt
No.
has cast damage spells on him twice, and he patiently took them.
My vote for combat is more for order in which we want to take actions or make comments, and less for actually attacking. If that makes sense, it's just to bring an order to things. That would be my vote. But
I think I have a. I mean, So I have a thing I can do that'll pause real quick and then probably just end up being in combat. But I think like he goes to strike Matthias. I'm like, wait, okay. Like, don't. So he's been like very hurt. Yeah.
He's scratched me. I'm
He
bleeding.
scratched you. Okay. So I say,
And
okay.
Spike shot you. So don't
Yeah,
forget
that's
that.
also true. Okay. Let it. We'll get down. We'll give you. You want the gem? We'll get you the gem. That's fine. This is. I look around and I try to emphasize. As long as we're all ready to make this decision. Here. And
I climbed down the statue first.
yep. And I look to each one of you. We'll just go. I look at Spike. I kind of. Are we ready? Yeah. I look at Barshoon. Are we ready?
I point at you. We're killing him, right? You hear in your head.
Okay. All right. Good. And I look at Matthias.
That's correct.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Good.
About to die. You better know my name.
All right. Said, are we all ready to make this decision? I emphasize it.
When I climb down, can I get in between
I-
him and Matthias, signaling
No.
that we're?
No.
No,
Okay.
they're right next to each
He is
other.
on top of him.
No, it was a question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All good. All good.
I've given you guys a lot tonight. I'm just saying. I
Yeah.
should have killed you all 10, 15 minutes ago.
totally
Yeah.
Agreed.
A lie. Not
I'm
a lie.
being very patient.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Not a lie.
No.
An hour.
So with
Call
everyone's
it an hour.
confirmation, I'm gonna like just send a silent prayer to Thomas, like, oh my gosh, please help me. Oh no, wait, I'm gonna channel Thomas as best as I can. And I'm gonna say, this is our decision. I'm gonna leap off the thing and just strike down at him
With
Okay,
Dawnbringer.
cool.
with
With
Dawnbringer.
Dawnbringer. Cool. Yeah, sure. Why not?
This is
So
our
you
decision.
you're not proficient with swords.
No.
Ah!
Ah!
So make that fun roll for me.
All right. Let's see.
Of
We'll
course.
go-
Of
Just
course.
plain old strength.
That's an 18, baby. Plus,
Nice.
oh, don't have any strength. That's an 18.
It's an 18.
I'll take it. Yeah. 18 on a magic sword. Does it have any plus anything?
Yeah, if it's Dawnbringer, maybe.
Do I get my superhero landing?
The three-point
Yeah.
landing.
Nah, I'm just trying to bring up his character sheet.
Okay. Oh, it's a bad decision.
I
Guy
mean,
with Revivify, and I'm going into the front lines.
Okay.
I
so,
have that prepared. That's good.
Okay, good. Good. Oh my god.
I just don't really have a lot of else. This was a traveling day in my mind.
Yeah.
This was a find the sword day kind of thing. Not a find the sword thing. So I've got
Yeah.
locate object.
Gonna have to fight. Give
No,
your
it's okay.
options. It's not
No,
my
no,
fault.
it's okay. It's okay.
And this guy insulted me. Nah, not having it.
Good for you. Good for you. You also. Okay, never mind.
We got it. We got it.
It's a hot-headed move. It is. It is. Because you guys know what these guys can do. You just watch them overthrow the strongest religious complex
Yeah.
in your entire lives. Like you're talking about the strongest holy like Knight Templar cannot be beat, have beaten them before. You watch them run over them like a tide of water.
Yep.
So thoroughly screw this guy. Got you.
No, don't worry,
It's
I'm
just
terrified.
So
if that helps.
unreasonable. It took how many of you to fight one of them last time?
3.
Three of you? And he
they
almost
want to
killed
end
you.
the world.
Hey, I'm gonna again throw it out there. He said he doesn't care for this war. He just doesn't want to die.
Yeah.
Not every one of their kind are like in the claws of Karbar. They're all just being called together because it's part of their calling. That doesn't mean that they're all for it. They're all very selfish creatures. If he really wanted to end the world, he would kill you and take the sword. That's why he offered you an out.
Mhm.
So all I'm saying is, could have thought through it slightly better.
Mm.
But
He
Joey rolled an
offered
attack
himself
roll.
an
It's
out.
happening. He offered you an out. He offered all of
No,
you to walk out of
he
this building
offered
with the
himself.
friar.
He offered a way for us to let him leave.
He offered a way for you to
Respective.
leave. Respectively, he was going to kill you anyways. Like that's what it comes down to. Is he literally said, "We can have this fight. I will end up killing some of you."
Mhm.
Like he knows his strength.
Mhm.
So to say that he let himself an out, he was giving you both an out from this. He was back into the corner. He said, "We don't have to do this. We can make this easy." Oh no, he insulted me. That just it's hot-headed thinking.
I think it was. I mean, in the moment when we're playing these characters, I think that we kind of, I think we all acted the way I think.
I 100%
We-
agree.
we
That's the
would've-
thing. Is that's the way I would think Barshun would respond. And that's fine. But I
Yeah.
don't want to hear, "Oh, we had to fight the big guy and he cut my arms
Yeah.
off."
No.
You decided to fight him. That's
Okay.
the end of the day.
Yep.
I don't know if I was a spellcaster and I cast 2 like level 3 spells on somebody, I would go, "Now let's fight them." You know, that just
Oh,
it's
I
the-
absolutely would, because I just got free damage off on him.
Did you?
Yes.
Did you?
Yes.
How sure are you of that?
100%. He
Okay.
made the save, he takes half damage.
Sure. We'll go with that. Joey.
Yeah.
I would like you to roll me 2d10s of damage.
Okay. All right. Where are the custom dice? There are the custom dice.
Jordan, can you tell me what that guitar with the metal circle is called behind you? It's not a dulcimer. I know that.
13.
Is it a dulcimer?
No, it's not a
It's
dulcimer.
not a
Okay.
It's not a dobro.
This is
So it's 2d10s of damage, and then 2d6s on top of that. 1d6 is radiant, 1d6 is fire. I'd like to know which ones are which.
This one is radiant. That's 4 damage. This one is fire. That's 1 damage.
Okay, so total it's
13 normal,
Yep.
4 radiant, 1 fire, so 18.
okay. Okay, so you jump off the ledge, pulling a Thomas, jumping on top of him, and as you come down, he brings his like arm up to block you, and I think you can see in his eyes he immediately regrets it, because as you come down his arm, Dawnbringer slits open his arm, like you can see the slit on it, and you can see this fire kind of dance between it, and the glow from Dawnbringer like burn off onto him. Like that radiant glow kind of jumps off of the blade and onto his arm. And as you land on the ground, like in front of him, he shakes it and he goes, "Oh, that's a sting I haven't felt in a few decades. I guess we will have fun." And he pulls the scimitar off of his back. And we'll end, because we're hitting 12:30 and we don't want to go into a combat that's going to last like 10 years.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Not so nice.
Okay.
Oh.
All right. Okay.
Dang it, why'd you give me a personal connection to this item?
For funsies, because I knew you'd fight other people for it.
Yeah, it's dumb. Can my character
Honestly-
die and I'll just be a random guy
honestly,
off the street who
that
doesn't care
sword-
about
Yeah,
any
sure,
of
why
it?
not?
That sword's a pretty good source of damage. So
Yeah, that's not. I
It
don't
i-
care about
When
that.
when you're proficient
I
and
wish I
attuned
did.
to it.
Oh, you're
Yeah,
not
but
attuned
it just-
to it.
It just
Correct,
did
yeah.
2d10 and 2d6.
Well, yeah, no, but he's not attuned. You can't wield a magic weapon. You're not attuned.
Yes, you can.
Yeah,
Yes, you
absolutely
can. The problem, he doesn't get the magical benefits of said weapon.
So,
yeah,
like-
he would get the base normal damage of a sword that size.
You can also.
Okay, then I need to
As
change
if-
my sword
yeah.
now.
Yeah, so if he was proficient with it, he would get normal proficiency bonus. If he's attuned to it, he would get that plus whatever magical effect takes place. Otherwise, it's just a normal sword.
The fact that I have had visions of this sword and been blessed by the ultra powerful spirit of the previous wielder and things like that could culminate in some DM foolishness
It could.
that grants me
Could.
partial power,
Probably won't, but it
Good.
could.
or it's a big old rod of iron.
This is true.
that brings up.
Oh, the
Or it
attunement.
just works on
That's a
that one
question
attack.
I need to actually look up.
Okay.
Oh, attunement. That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alrighty then. Let me end stream.
Bye.
Bye.
Yes. Adios.
Come back next week to see who dies.
All right, stream. Wow, this is really bad. I just want to say thank you so much for coming by. We appreciate you wholeheartedly. Know that we love you. Jesus loves you even more. And hope to see you Thursday and next Monday. Have a great night. Ending